Yo. Oh man. Floofy hair. Okay. Hold on. I gotta what the fuck? Oh man. Well, that's a disaster. Doesn't matter. Let me close this door. Oh, drink. Hello. How's it going, chat? How are you doing? Oh my. Oh my goodness, we have almost 500 people in here already. You guys have all made a terrible choice. You could have been doing anything other than this. But yeah, sliding doors are gay. I fully agree. I fully agree. So here's the deal. I've got problems, obviously. My problem is I've had a couple bottles of whiskey on my counter. Was I playing soccer? No, I wish. Dude, I think if I played soccer right now, I'd be in a hospital. But the problems I have are I have a couple whiskey bottles that have been sitting on my counter up in my kitchen. It's not a big deal. But two of the bottles that I've opened have been terrible, absolute garbage. And so I got to try. The artwork or screen behind me, this is just TV. And those are not cracks, they're lights. It's just this is a non-reflective screen, so it kind of diffuses the light out. That's why it looks weird. You have lady cramps? Oh God. You're going to a doctor? Doesn't this just happen like once a month, Mandy? Jesus, get it together. Okay, so I've got to try a new bottle of whiskey because I need to know if it's like the placement, if it's ruining all the whiskey that's up there. So, we're gonna do that. You spy an Xbox? Yep, there's an Xbox right there. I haven't turned it on in almost a year. It's been a long time. I kept the other live chat up, and here's why. When this stream ends, I want people to have a live chat to go to. And I wish you could just keep the chat from the stream running as a live chat, but you can't do that yet. I'm going to talk to locals about it. But yeah, the fucking hell, my brain trying to think, it's broken. The other live chat remains up because otherwise, when I get done with this stream, I have to go to a computer because you can't start a live chat from a phone yet. And so until they do that, I'm going to just keep it up. I was going to start a new one after this stream was done, but then I was like, wait, then I'll have to go down to my computer, set it up on the computer only to go to bed. That seems weird. So the whiskey I'm going to have tonight is this. It's a great bottle. I've had plenty of them. Joseph Magnus, which is straight bourbon, not gay bourbon, finished in sherry and cognac cask. The live chat, yeah, there is a glitch with the live chat, but it's easy to remedy. It's actually really simple. Is it expensive, Mandy? This is about 115, 120 bucks a bottle. So it's not cheap, but for whiskey, I mean, it's not expensive. You know, you can easily get into the several $100 bottles to $1,000 bottles. But here's the deal. The live chats are glitchy, but the glitch is easy to fix for now. When you go to reply to something, Yeah, she is super cute with that new hair, isn't she? Uh, when you go to reply to something, after you get the little reply thing, scroll all the way to the bottom of the chat and then hit send, and it'll send it just fine. It actually sends it um, even when you think it doesn't, but it won't show up for you, which is really confusing and annoying. And I'm talking to him about it. I want to get it fixed, but that's an easy way to work around it for now. So if you are replying to something, just scroll to the bottom of the chat and then hit send. Yeah, if you go out and come back in, it'll be there too. That's because it was already there. It just has a display issue to the person who is sending the chat. Everybody else sees it. But if you're on mobile, you can't just refresh. You gotta go out and back in. Okay, we gotta do it. I don't know. I'm nervous about this. It would really suck if this bottle was bad. I'm already down. Let me see. Yeah. Yep. This is not good, I don't think. Hold on. Well, that's fucking depressing. That's depressing. Yeah, it's the sunlight, I would guess. That's got to be it. I didn't think that area got much sunlight, but okay. Well, we're gonna move that. We're gonna move. Luckily, I have a couple really good bottles that are in. They're in boxes still. So, well, fuck. I gotta try again. Maybe it's not that bad. It's better than the other ones. But it's definitely getting bad. I'll finish this glass. Oof. Oh, fuck. Make it a mixed drink. What's it taste like? It's just very, very bitter. Very, very bitter and sour. Like really bitter, really sour. So, what does sunlight do to whiskey? Makes it really bitter and really sour. That's what it does. Oh, yep. Nope. We're not doing it. We're not going to do it. Chalk it up as a fucking loss. Very, very sad. Okay. All right. So, anyway, other than that, how are you guys doing? How's it going? Whiskey snob. It's not a snob thing. It tastes kind of like vodka mixed with piss. Wait, what the fuck? Don't do that to the judge. Don't do that to the judge. Oh no. Okay, to everybody who's been asking, yes, I'm back on the Daryl Brooks trial tomorrow morning, 8:30 a.m. Central Time. I will be there. I'm gonna try and pop on to Andrew Legal Mindset stream right before that. He's got a charity stream going, but I can't be there long. It's really fucking early for me. I know. So I was only supposed to be out Red shirt do I have on brown pants? No, they're green. I'm wearing green pants. I got these green, I got joggers on. So I guess technically they're black pants, right? Look, I'm just being cozy. I'm just being cozy. Here, do you guys want to see? We'll do a dick shot or whatever. See, just some green sweats, nothing special. Yeah, the dog. Well, that's where I go to the bathroom while I'm streaming. Is on the piss pad. that's what I do, right? Like, it's like whenever I go like this, that's what I'm doing. Hold on. Whew. Okay. Are these soft pants? Yeah, they're very, very soft. They're lovely. I don't remember what brand they are. Hold on. Looking at my... No, I can't see. The tag's in the back. They're great. They're great. I got them from Stitch Fix. You know, you got to... Stitch Fix, man. They know. They know what to do. Yeah, I'm not wearing jeans. It's fucking midnight. Why did you send your cold? Where did I send my cold? Everywhere. It's fucking awful. I hate it. Ooh. God, it's been bad. Saw Sabaton. Awesome. I love it. So anyway, I was supposed to just be off on Friday from the streaming. My shirt is awesome. Thank you. I really like this shirt. Whatever happened to Reebok? They like disappeared. But get naked? Well, let's get to 10,000 locals in the chat, and then we'll do some nude stream. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. The shirt off is coming. I have to clean out the hot tub, which I haven't done because I need to replace my water softener. And I'm just really fucking, I hate calling people to do shit. But I need to replace my water softener for the hot tub because I'm going to do a conversion on it for salt water. And I need to start with softened water, add a bunch of salt to it. And then there's this little chlorine charger that converts the salt in the water into, it's supposed to be super fucking soft and nice and wonderful. But I have to get my water softener fixed because it broke. I don't know how water softener breaks. You just pour salt in it and then it's supposed to work. But no, apparently it just sucks. So, oh my God, is that a cat? Where? There's no cats on this stream. My cats are outside right now. But soft water for your soft ass eyes. Wait. I got to do the Drexler. Wait, I got to look at the camera. Hold on. Oh man, did someone draw it? Someone draw it? Oh, you fucking did. Whoever, Hazad, please send that to me. It's an app. I don't care. Please send that to me. I have so much trolling to do. Ooh, he's never gonna live this down. NCAA Cat has given me permission to share pictures of them kissing a whole bunch, but I've been hesitant because she's in them, and I don't want to do that to her. But I also really do, and she gave me permission, so I'm gonna verify. I'm gonna verify that that's what's going on. Be like that she's okay with it. And I'm gonna start memeing the shit out of it. It's coming. He's toast. Did you see the Kanye's buying Parler? I did. God, how cool is it to be a billionaire though? Like when you really get down to it, how fucking cool is it? It's like, wait, are you gonna throw me off social media? You're gonna throw me off? I'll buy my own. Fuck you. Fuck you. God, it's amazing. I gotta get there. I don't know how. I actually, guys, I finally came up with the grift project that I'm gonna do. I finally came up with it. I'm going to do it. It shouldn't take too long to put together. I can't talk about it though because I don't want someone to steal it. But I think it's going to be huge. I think it's going to be huge. I will say it's a book, but not the kind you're thinking and not the kind anybody else is doing that I know. And it's not going to it's not like a comic book or anything else, although I still want to do the coloring book. I still want to do um, a graphic novel at some point. Those are just a long way away. And I really think that people would like this thing. And I think I'm relatively uniquely suited to do it. But I also think that it'll sell off of my platform, which is really key because selling on the platform is great, right? Selling to my audience is fantastic. But this has to go beyond my audience, beyond the LawTube audience or whatever, because this will go straight to everywhere. I love it. I came up with the idea. I have stole the idea from my dad, so maybe I'll buy him like a something. I don't know. What do you buy someone who buys whatever they want? Right? Like I don't know what that is. But I'll probably buy him something. And it's just an adaptation of an idea that he had because my dad's hilarious, but he'll never do his plan. So I'm going to do it, but in a different way. Pop-up book of porn. Yes, but that's not what I'm talking about. Give us the plushies. I got to do the plushies. Yes. A sex book. Not sure that one's going to fly. But I could write a good one. But no, unfortunately, I guess some stuff has to be kind of private. But 50 Shades of Drex? Wait, why do all of these just say black? No. No, it's not the type of book you're thinking. I think people will be surprised. I think it's really an innovative idea, and I think people will love it. And I'm gonna try and line this thing up really. It's actually like once I thought of this, I was like, this is the thing that I can start to do really quickly, and I don't think it'll take that long to put together. I think people are gonna really like it. I may have to hire some consult help, but I know exactly where to go for this stuff, so it's perfect. The plushies, I'm gonna try and see about arranging the plushies like this week, but that's a separate thing. That's a separate thing. The book is gonna be fucking amazing. Yeah, standing up is making you anxious. I love standing up. I hate sitting down all day. God, it sucks. It sucks. X to doubt Nick actually doing any of this. That is the smartest play that's the smartest play on the internet right there. But I'm going to try and surprise you guys by doing it because this will be fucking great. I'm hyping it up way too much and I don't care. I'm that confident that it's going to Is it better than a 24-hour stream? Yes. I was thinking about the 24-hour stream, and I'm trying to figure out what to do with it. I'm wondering if I can get locals to give me permission to do a full-on 24-hour grift live stream. Because right now I cap at 4 hours, but I think they can manually update that to however far they want. So I'm wondering if for one shot, they'll let me have like 30 hours. And I'll do it all on locals to try and get people into locals. Like that'll be the idea. Cause I'm trying to, I want to get so many people in here. Like, look, I'm selfish. I want a bunch of money, right? But I also want like people to get this community and enjoy the shit out of it. Because I think people really do like when they get into the live chats and stuff. I think they like that. And then what I want to do, uh, wait, you already tried getting banned from YouTube, so you wouldn't have the prerequisite subscriber count for the 24-hour stream? Wait, what? I'm back on YouTube. I've got plenty of subscriber count on YouTube for the 24-hour stream, but I'm not going to do it over there. I don't want YouTube to earn money from me anymore. There's always some sort of theory where I go back to YouTube. I don't want to, though. I really don't. Your son did a 24-hour stream for charity. Exhausting. Never do charity streams. That's what I'm saying. That's my model. That's my rule. I do my own charity. I do a lot of charity on my own. Not doing charity streams is how you get taken down. That's how you get media pieces written by you or about you, and you get fucking thrown off. But yeah, I got to inquire about that 24-hour stream because I have an idea to do it on locals. But I need two things. You're the one who emailed me about producing, could help me with the 24-hour live stream idea. Well, yeah, I'm sure. The problem with locals and live streaming right now is that since it doesn't have the RTMP setup, you can't really bring in guests very easily. You can do it, but it's a pain in the testicles. So you basically have to like do a StreamYard or something, screen cap it, bring it into OBS. Then through OBS, you have to have a virtual audio out and a virtual camera. And then you have to feed that into Local's browser for your cameras. It's a pain. It's a pain. But give the date and time in advance. Well, yeah, I will. Lay the fiber, cuddle the fiber. Oh, I'd lay fiber all day if you know what I'm saying. But that's really expensive. Maybe they will add that for me. I think they're already looking at RTMP stuff because they're trying to get into gaming, and you kind of need it to host. Like you have to have RTMP to host gaming content. So we get a dedicated Drex cam for this 24-hour live stream. Probably. I'd put the camera like by his ass and just see how many feet get in there. Aussie Overlord. Will their RTMP be better than Rumble's? You're still salty? What are you salty about? Is it glitchy? Because I learned just the other day, I noticed that Rumble has 1080p 30 frames per second as their max. And if you're using like StreamYard or OBS, you might be set up to do like 1080p 60 FPS because YouTube will take it, or 4K. And if you're doing that, if your frame rate is off from the native on the site, you can get some glitching and jittering. The other thing is you got to make sure your bit rate is right because you're doing a custom bit rate to send to locals. So you might want to have like 6,500. If you're doing 1080, you might want to have like 6,000, 6,500 kilobyte rate on that. If you use OBS into your YouTube and it's linked, then it figures that shit out for you. So you may have to adjust those if you're using OBS or whatever. There was another guy who was having the same problems, and so I gave him that suggestions on adjusting the bit rate and adjusting the FPS, and he said his stream went smooth on Rumble the next time he did it. So that's great. Tech tips with the nose. I know I'm a boomer, but like I know how to do a bunch of stuff, but I'm really lazy, right? Like when I'm setting up a live stream, since I do them all the time, I don't want to fuck around with stuff. So I use StreamYard a lot because it's just easy. Why would I show Drexel's ass and not his feet? Because other people's feet go into Drex's ass. How is this? When your feet are cold, you put them out and Drex takes them. Use custom bitrate through Streamlabs. Surprisingly, YouTube was a problem. The other day, it kept at 480p on YouTube, went out 1080p on Rumble. My main bugbear is the single-use slots. Oh, yeah. No, I'm with you. I hate that. I hate that so much. Is the most frustrating thing that Rumble does. And I really want them to fix that. Okay, so anyway, back to where I was. Very long tangent. Daryl Brooks tomorrow, 8:30 a.m. Central Time. The state is still going. They haven't rested yet from what I hear, but they probably will rest tomorrow. So it's very possible we will get Daryl Brooks's opening arguments. That's what we're hoping for. Let's see. What the fuck is this? So yeah, I'll be back on that tomorrow. Oh yeah, I was saying, so Friday was supposed to be the day I was off from the Daryl Brooks trial because I had to go to the cities. But we had to go back to the cities today, and that came up late Friday. So I was then spending the weekend trying to tell people I'm not going to be streaming on Monday because of that. So, which is it's kind of nice because it's a tough fucking day. Like sitting there for 8 hours is a tough day, and then doing D&D is another tough day. So Legal Vices had my back. Jeff has been a bro. And he's not going to be up tomorrow. He's not going to be up tomorrow. But I'm going to invite Kurt on tomorrow because he was supposed to come on today. We talked about that last week. I felt really bad. I tried to tell him, am I building a new studio? I would love to, but I got to get someone to draft it still. And I just haven't followed up with anybody new. The people I've asked to draft it and have come out and taken measurements and gotten all my like details about it, and then they just stopped talking to me. And I'm like, are you just coming out to like see my house? Because I mean, I can, if you really want, I guess you could just come out and see my house or something. I don't know. They're casing the joint. There's not much to case. But I want to try out the hot tub. You don't even have to come inside. It's just sitting outside. Probably found my YouTube channel. Well, one of them was a viewer. They might make off with my Xbox. Yeah, there you go. Watch out for the drunk creep. Oh, Montegraph? Well, if Monty shows up, I've got ammunition for him. Nick, do we have to be nude in your hot tub? Yeah. What's the purpose of a clothed hot tub? I don't understand. The only people who are wearing, like the only time that swimsuits are allowed in my hot tub are when the kids are around. If the kids are around, you got to be clothed, obviously, in the hot tub. Lady Rackets needs her own setup as well. Look, if Lady Raggets wants a setup, I mean, she can have one. No big deal. I've got extra mics. I've got mic stands. I've got audio interfaces. I've got everything that is needed for it. So the only thing I would need to do, I got to get her a second camera and another lens, which I wanted to do anyway. So what happened to Drex's hand-me-downs? I gave them to him. I don't know what he did with them. Speaking of Drex, he's coming out Thursday, so he'll be gay then. So that's nice. Should be on the stream. What the fuck? And what if Lady R becomes a cozy.tv streamer? I don't know that she's gonna do a bunch of streaming. I think she's going to mostly do pre-recorded content. If I know her, that's what I think she'll be doing most of. Yeah, they wouldn't want her on Cozy anyway. But yeah. If I know her though, she would be doing more. Dealing with me and Drex and kids. No, Drex has to deal with pretty much all the kids whenever he comes over. Like that's the payment. Nick, I need you to explain the Twitter profile I just posted. It's literally you but fat. Oh, that's funny. That'd be good. I haven't seen it. I can't pull that shit up on doing a show or like a live stream. It doesn't work. Post it on the timeline. Is Drex going to be Santa Claus for your kids? No, that would be what's the black one's name? there's the black Santa. It's over in what should we call it? Over in Black Peter. It's Black Peter's his name. That's the one. Yeah, Black Peter over in like Sweden or something. They all like they all wear blackface in that one town. Holland, is that Netherlands? Yeah, that fucking hilarious. It's not Sinterklaas. This is not the Ender universe. Don't do that. Don't you fuck with Sinterklaas. Lady Raggeds has gotten a couple invites for streams. And like me, it's going to be the similar thing. I mean, we're both really, really busy. And so it's going to be dependent on time. Yes, Locals has a video flipping tool for Firefox. They've had it for a while now. It's somewhere on there. I mentioned it the other day. Would you be within your rights to defend your home from Black Santa? Probably, yeah. Nick is Drex in blackface. That's true. That's true. Svartbeat. Yeah, that's the one. That's who I'm thinking of. Mr. Busy, would you like me to trim down the amount of questions for that interview? No. No, we're going to do it. Or I'm going to do it. I'm sure. I haven't even sat down on my fucking computer except to do the D&D stream. And my computer is actually like I think I need to reboot it. Am I HIV positive? No, I just have AIDS. Who's my D&D character now? I'm still the leather-clad fairy that summons tentacles. Yeah. Did we finish that other movie last night? Piranha? Dude, Piranha was one of the most fun movies I've ever watched. By a mile. I mean, it was so good. Piranha Double D. How many tits? You couldn't even count them. There was so much nudity. There was a shocking amount of nudity. Oh, Aussie, so you're surprised I'm not making better use of those tentacles? The problem is you can only summon your proficiency bonus number of tentacles per day, which is only 2 at level 3. So I have to be really conservative with it. Eventually, it'll get up to like 5 and then it won't matter. But for now, I can only summon 2 a day. Why is your ceiling wood? Was your house built in 73? No, this house is built in like 99 or 2006 or something. This is a 4-season porch. So it's a little different than the rest of the house. Will the D&D shit ever end? Is this like a fucking year-long campaign? I mean, I have no idea how long it's going to be. More Andrew Branca. The next time Branca's on the night show is November 16th. November 16th. And I'll be bringing on a whole panel that night. I know it's too fat away, I know, but he doesn't have the ability to be on as late. So, what the fuck, Nick? What do you mean, what the fuck? What the fuck, what? Someone said they typed too fat away. It was a typo, so I said it was too fat away. But is he available to come on daytime? Yeah, I'll ask him. I mean, I'm gonna invite him. Since I haven't streamed the Brooks trial since he got home. So are we the Racketeers or what? I thought you were the Nickas. I was just at organized to have guests that far in advance. No, no. Yeah, Aussie, that's how I do it too. That's how I do it too, but no, I have to wait. So guys, I've been watching. I liked this guy for a long time because he's funny, but today, like, I realized that I think he's beyond funny. JP Sears. JP Sears is fucking great. And he just did a video. What the hell video did he do? Oh my gosh. That I watched. Well, I watched two of them today. I watched the video on him becoming the greatest female swimmer. Holy shit, that was great. Oh, and then the other one I watched, that Lady Raggets made me. That was the one Lady Raggets made me watch before the stream, which took another 10 minutes. But it was, yeah, it was 40 years in the future, and it was a guy at a therapist. Like, how he gets away with what he says is fucking amazing. You need to try and get on a show. Yeah, I do. I do. I think we'd get along pretty well. But Tim Dillon would totally shit on Rackets. Who the fuck is Tim Dillon? Just saw Ryan Long a couple weeks ago. Ryan Long's funny. I met him down in Tampa for the Dick Show. He's super nice. I've thought about bringing him on because I think he would if I asked him. Especially because I rescued him. He left his passport at the Airbnb, and I sent it to the airport by an Uber for him. So, but yeah, but we had some good conversations and stuff. He's a really cool dude. Check out the Brooks rap videos. We watched one the other day. Yeah, Nikki Rackets on Rogan. Probably, like, I don't know why Rogan would ever have me on his show. I don't know what we'd talk about. But I'd go on there. Tell him like I don't like him as a MMA announcer. Monty is claiming the melon video was a fake. Sure, Monty. Okay. How many tweets should we send to Rogan? None. It's cold in Texas now. Get up. Get up and move. Jesus. Why did Monty decide to crawl out of his hole? I don't know. No, it's cold here, though. God, I think it topped out at 31 or 32 degrees. It was fucking freezing. Bronca's just down the road from me. Love to go have a drink with him, but I know he doesn't like to do meetups. Hopefully someday. Do you know Dave Rubin sold his company to Rumble and rang opening bell when they went public? Yeah. Yeah, I know that Locals was sold to Rumble. I didn't know about the him ringing the opening bell, but you don't want to wear pants? Then don't wear pants. Why is this hard? God. My advice on the kind of candy Vic likes was super helpful. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I choose. Why is this hard? Despite the obvious amount of jokes I have, like it's because you're not wearing pants, Mandy. Just why is what hard? What are you talking about? Is it possible to turn a lesbian to the straight side? Yes, 100%. Look, the reasons lesbians are is because women are awesome to look at and grab. Like, and women understand this too, frankly. Like, that's just how it goes. And so eventually they're like, they may not want to look at and grab all of them, but eventually they're like, that one though. I mean, I got it. I understand. Whereas guys like women can be into guys, of course, but we're like more utilitarian. We're not built all like supple. That's what I'm saying. Like we're like a truck. And trucks are cool, but women are like a really nice car. Good lines and curves. You would hate lesbians if you lived here in Portland. Yeah, those are fake though. Those aren't real. Those are just guys in denial. Lesbians exist because women love beating other women. Oh man. What's up, Kalea? How's it going? You want to grab your hubby, not women? Both and. It's not a big deal. A circle doesn't have curves, Nick. Most of these women are globular. Oof. Oof. It's true, though. There's another 64-hour work week. Whew. Shit. Why are you working so much, man? I'm gonna finish this glass of whiskey. I'm gonna do it. Kalea is here after leaving Arizona. 10-hour gaming or Az's 10-hour gaming stream. Damn, what was Az playing? Oh, was he playing Dark Tide? Medieval Dynasty. What the fuck is that? Is it terrible? Dark Tide seems pretty neat. There's some performance issues. Yeah. Do I like board games? I mean, not really. The board games that I like Call of Cthulhu, Death May Die. Or not Call of Cthulhu. It's just called Cthulhu, Death May Die. That's fun. That's a fun game. Um, no, I never heard back from Twitter on my appeal. I've not heard back from YouTube on my appeal, and I never heard back from Twitch on my appeal either. Risk is okay. Do we have a medieval times where we live? No. The closest one I think is in Chicago. And if that's even true, I think if you go to Chicago's medieval times, they just shoot you. Lady Raggets made me buy her a bunch of Warhammer minis today. I was like, how am I, Nick? Did I win D&D yet? I'm trying. Today was kind of a rough session. I don't know. Oh shit. Got something in my. Is she good at painting them? I mean, she's like probably better than me at painting them, but neither of us do it very much. Amaranth is a dumb slut. Oh my god, that's very, very offensive to say. Um, I'm kind of getting used to the slightly skunky bourbon. Stand by earlier comment about her painting with my equipment. Amaranth is Amaranth has a big update I'm going to cover tomorrow night. Are you going to buy Lady Raggets a 40K army? And when she hates 40K, you take it? Oh, no. No, she likes, we've done a little bit of painting together. It was a lot of fun. She just got exposed to orcs. She immediately liked orcs, of course. You know, women in blacks or whatever. No, so I bought her an orc army, like a starter army with a war boss and some choppas and some rocket boys and stuff like that. And then I bought her a Sisters of Battle army too. Okay, Amaranth though. Amaranth is wait, what? I painted my ex-boyfriend's orc army. He used to win awards. Do you need a new boyfriend? That was fucking amazing. Buy her a Space Marine army. She'll never lose a game. I heard 9th edition Space Marines aren't as good. But I don't know. I don't fucking play it. Amaranth. I gotta talk about Amaranth. So Amaranth came out with some videos over the weekend where she is alleging that her husband has been forcing her to be a thought. That her husband has been forcing her to be a thought, and that she's like trying to divorce him or something. And like he's been threatening her to like dump all their money into crypto and then fuck off and leave her with nothing. I don't know. But some people are speculating that like that's the guy who's fucking her on OnlyFans. I don't know if she actually does sex on OnlyFans or if she just does nudes. I don't know. But here's the thing. I've only interacted with Amaranth one time. And that was I did the walking around streams in Florida, this number, for 2 hours in the middle of the fucking night in Florida. And so I was doing that, and I was talking about her because she was shitting on Anime Matsuri. She was a dildo that's attached to a living body that appears to be male. She doesn't let people know she's married. Wait, is it one of those dick extenders? Does he have a tiny penis? And put it in the like the dick extender thing? Those are weird. Those are fucking weird. I don't trust those at all. Anyway, so she was shitting on Anime Matsuri. Mainly because John is the owner, John Lay, and he got Me Too like in 2013 or whatever. And they got through it. They got through the Me Too thing. And now Matsuri's fucking huge convention. But every year someone comes up and they try and bring up this Me Too shit to go after Anime Matsuri. So this year, Amaranth was like, lol, there's a convention in my town with a molester or something, blah, blah, blah. And then she's like, maybe I'll start my own convention. And so I was talking about that discussion of hers on one of my local streams. And then it was clipped by Alyssa, I think. And Amaranth commented on it. Now, this is not shitting on Alyssa. The next thing I say, I just don't want to, like, I like Alyssa. She's awesome. But she's got a very small YouTube channel. And Amaranth shows up out of fucking nowhere to comment on this video. and basically called me a misogynist or whatever. And so now I'm like, if this husband shit is true, you owe me a fucking apology. That's what I've got to say. Like, if the husband shit is true, you fucking owe me, because she projected his dumbass onto me. But I'm not the one making you into an e-whore. I didn't do that. I don't want you to sit there, tits out for Harambe on every stream, licking a fucking microphone for 18 hours and going, and taking money from like 19-year-old boys. I don't want that. I was talking about how that was sexually exploiting young men. That was my misogyny, by the way, was me saying she's sexually exploiting young men. But I also said, I don't care if you do this. Like, if you want to do that, go ahead. Like, I'm not stopping you. But don't like go out and be like, other people are sexually exploiting women. You're sexually exploiting young men for fucking millions of dollars a month. So you're going to call me misogynist, but it turns out your husband is actually forcing you to do this. I think you're projecting a bit much, bitch. I didn't force anybody to ever get in front of any camera, ever. And I would never do that. I would also never make a woman sit there in her fucking underwear on a camera. I would never make her open an OnlyFans. I would never do, like, that's insane to me. But hey, I'm the misogynist, apparently. Fuck you. Now, if she wants to talk about what happened to her, I'd love to. I'd love to talk to her. And I'd tell her, I'd be like, okay, so maybe it wasn't you doing that. I'll own that. I'll say, you were being exploited. But no one knew that. None of us could know that. So you had a husband who was being fucking horrible to you and forcing you to exploit these boys. But do you understand that what he was doing, using you, was sexually exploitative? Like, it's the same thing. And I'm working off of a limited skill set here. So you call me a misogynist? I would never do that. I know a whole bunch of guys who would never do that to you. See, she said he has control of all of her accounts. Yeah, possibly. But my point is not that is or isn't a victim. I don't know. I can only go by her allegation or whatever. I don't even know who the guy is. So it's like, no, not throwing him under the bus. I don't fucking care. But here's the deal. Here's the deal. I didn't do it. And I wouldn't do it. So don't fucking call me a misogynist. Just say, yeah, what I've been doing is fucking terrible, but I've been doing it under duress at the threat of this guy who's trying to financially or physically ruin me. Okay, I'm with you, girl. Don't do it anymore. See how long that lasts. Shut down that OnlyFans. Put your tits back in. Force you to go the plastic surgery. Like, that's a lot of shit. I don't know if people understand. She's had a lot of work done. A fucking lot. And the recovery time on that shit is a lot. Like, it's a long time. And this is not a slam on her. Amaranth obviously looks good. Not really my style. Like, she's got a little too much of the Kardashian look. I'm very consistent with this. I'm not a big fan of the Kim Kardashian look. I think that they have changed an entire generation of people to look, or women to look weird, like over exaggerated. And don't get me wrong, I like big tits. I like a nice ass. I'm a tits man. I'm an ass man. I'm both. It's great. And I've got no problem with implants at all either. I know a lot of people do. I don't. If you want to get implants and smooth out your lines, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. They can definitely be too big. Obviously, they can be too big. But I'm not going to hate on anything. If it's nice and soft and squishy, I'm with it. Perfect. Perfect. But that being said, there's an over exaggeration, and it's not just the fake boobs are soft. Yeah, some of them. The old ones aren't. The newer ones, they're getting better and better, man. But no, the it's not just the tits and the ass. It's also the lips. It's the cheeks. Like everything's exaggerated. Everything's going fucking nuts. And it's not my thing. Other people like it and like are into that. But it doesn't it's not for me. And again, Kim Kardashian also not for me. All of that like over exaggerated look is too much. So it's not real. Look, I don't care about the real thing. For me, it's like let's get real honest real quick here. I'm gonna break every rule. I'm gonna tell them, guys. Men love the way women look, right? We have our criteria, we have our things. Oh, I like this, I like that, I like everything. Okay. We like when women like how they look. That's the fucking secret. Because it doesn't matter how good a woman looks. If she doesn't think she looks good, then she's self-conscious, she's reserved, she doesn't want to have sex, she doesn't want to be naked, she doesn't want to wear like nice clothes or whatever. So we have our lists of things, but we really like that list, at least in parts, to also line up with the woman thinking that she's beautiful too. And for some women, that's going to require a little work. That's just the way it's going to go. Like for some women, their breasts are a little smaller than they like them. So they get implants. And that should be when they decide to, like, when they do that, is because they want to look a certain way. That's when it should happen. Because if it's going to boost their self-confidence and their self-image, that's the time you should have surgery or some sort of modification. Would I fuck Lizzo? No, Lizzo looks like a fucking oaf. Okay, you're misstating my perspective. It's not any woman who thinks she looks good is attractive. No. You need to look good, or you need to think they look good, and they need to think they look good. Those two things have to come together. And when they do, when a person has a positive body image, it goes the same way for men, but a little bit different. Thank you, Sir Marhouse. Thank you. But seriously, that self-confidence is a critical aspect in male and female relationships. Both ways, really. But I think personally it's a little more necessary for the woman to feel self-confident than the man. Personally. But I don't know, maybe I'm biased in a particular way. I'm not sure. But the thing is, if a woman, like, self-confidence makes a 7 act like a 9. A lack of self-confidence, though, makes a woman who is a 7 think she's a 5 or a 4. And if she doesn't think she looks good naked, she doesn't want to be naked. And it's really, really critical. But that's why I like personally I don't fucking care about the fake thing. I see a ton of guys in my chat who disagree with that, and that's fine. Like you guys can think what you want. I'm not here to change anybody's mind. I'm just saying, like for me, like some uh, some cosmetic aid, be it various skin treatments or cosmetic surgery or whatever, if it's going to make the other person confident enough to take the fucking dress off, I am for it. That's me. And I think a lot of guys, if there were similar procedures for guys, they would do it too. But like, there isn't an implant to make a guy muscular because there are implants to mimic muscles. They look fucking terrible. And also, it's not that important. It's not as important for guys because women aren't attracted as much to the physicality of men. Now, at some point they are. Don't get me wrong. Like when you get to a fucking 9, they are. But there's a big spectrum where it's like if a guy looks acceptable, it's good. It's good. What the hell is this? People are posting pictures in the chat. Mandy says, I dropped my phone on my face. Mandy, what are you doing? Don't post these damn thirst pictures. Stop it. You're supposed to remain a mystery forever, Mandy. You stop it. No, but I'm saying like there's this spot. Guys have the sweet spot for women is narrow. The sweet spot for men is bigger because, in my opinion, and women, you can all correct me if you think I'm wrong. I'm right though, because I'm a man and you're women. So okay, but listen. There's a range of acceptable. And then there's like the hot guy, like the really hot guys. But there's a big range of acceptable for men. And if they're in there, it's a whole bunch of other factors that boost a guy up in the acceptable level. Right? Confidence, huge. If a guy is just gonna if a guy is confident in who he is, that's big. Confidence is very big. Successful in some way, whatever they do. Are they making money? Are they working at all? Those things are actually really, really important. And they should be. Like, let's not pretend that a guy making money is not fucking important. Of course it is. For thousands of years, the guy has had to provide for women. That's how it should be. Like, we're not going to just change that overnight. I mean, maybe at some point down the future it'll change. But really, just being that provider thing is a critical aspect. And you can say it shouldn't be that way all you want, but the reality is, what was it? Who was it? Was it Martin Lawrence? He said, "Woman's biggest pimp is her mama." Whatever happened to loving a nigga with a bus pass? Just because you love him. Was that him or was that Eddie Griffin? Eddie Griffin. This is a beautiful fucking skit. Thank you. What happened to that? Just because you love him. No, it doesn't work that way. Maybe it should, but it doesn't. So those accomplishments, and men recognize this too, by the way. Men don't walk up to each other and say, dude, nice dick bulge. That's really good in those pants. And you think that's a joke. That's not a joke. That's not a joke. But women do walk up to each other and say, I love you in that dress. The top is so great on you. Damn, girl, you look great in those pants. They're basically saying nice dick bulge. But to women, to other women, right? Men, when you go up to you meet a dude, you're like, hey man, what's up? What do you do? Who the fuck are you? What do you do? The what do you do question is not exclusive to women talking to men. Men ask other men. We identify by who we like, what our fucking careers are, what our hobbies are. What do you do? What's your deal? So I'm just saying, like this. Hey Nick, let's see that bulge. We can't compliment your bulge if you're just giving us the nipple up shots. You missed earlier. I panned down. It's too late now. Too late now. You respect your husband too much to show yourself to other people. First of all, don't post your body in here, Ellie. But I want to say something. That is. I'm just gonna tell you truth all night. Like that's what we're gonna. It's truth time. It's truth time. Okay. Guys want other men to find their women attractive. We like it. We like it a lot. It's fantastic. We don't want you to go fuck them. That's different. But like, oh, I don't want to share myself with other men. Again, I'm not talking about on the internet, Ellie. I'm not. Please do not, like, I'm not telling you to post pictures in here. This is a degenerate chat that needs to probably burn in a fire. But what I'm saying is, like, we love when you guys get fucking hot when we go out. When we were on vacation, I'll tell you guys a secret story. This is secret. Shh, shh, shh. Don't tell Lady Rackets. Don't tell Lady Rackets that I'm telling you this. When we were on vacation down in the Caribbean, we went to a costume contest. Okay. I didn't win this one. No, we thought there was going to be a costume contest that night. We thought so. So we got in costume. Okay, we got in costume. And I was ready. We were going to fucking win. Both of us as a tag team. We won the night before. I won the next night. This is the night between. Thought we were going to win. We got there. And they didn't do the costume contest. But we were in good costumes. My costume was good. Her costume was. What were the costumes? I'm not going to describe them. Her costume was fire. All right. So we got done. There wasn't a costume contest that night. But then at the after party, we were still in costume. And we walked out to where the DJ was. All right. We walked out to where the DJ was. And there's this black guy walking by. He's got 2 drinks, right? He's walking. We walked past him and his programming fucking broke. He stopped. His brain reset and rebooted in real time. He just went, like, he's holding these 2 drinks and she goes, she walks by and he goes, just at a dead fucking stop. Just at a dead stop. And I didn't see him move for like the next minute. It was fantastic. It was so fucking funny. And she was so goddamn sexy. And it was amazing. It was amazing to walk by and have that guy, like, he just didn't know what to do, right? We love that shit. We love that shit. We being guys. Were you one of those only adults only resorts? I've been to several adults only resorts. You're going to have to specify the difference. Most adults only resorts are just quiet. But I'm just telling you guys, like, you ladies, I should say, like, oh, I don't want to do anything other than my husband. Your husband is very happy when other men are jealous of him. It's a pride thing. And not a gay pride thing, just a regular pride thing. So, I'm not talking about doing any shit in here. I'm not talking about posting your pictures or whatever in here. Don't do that. I'm just saying, don't take the like, oh, I don't want to let other men look at me thing like too far. Because when you go out, look nice. And it's okay. It's okay. You probably are fine with it. We're probably fine with that guy like gawking at you for just a minute. Because we go, yep, me too. Me too. But the other trick, the other part of this is never an OnlyFans. Never an OnlyFans. Ever. We are not iDubbbz. Yeah, never on the internet ever. Yeah, right. I'm not telling you to do photo shoots and send them out to like post them online. Don't do that shit. Don't do that. Don't do that. But just like be hot. Enjoy being hot. Be confident in your hotness. Know that when you walk by and that guy's brain broke, like be happy about that. Because if we walked by and a woman's brain broke, we'd be fucking happy about that too. And you should be happy about that also. Even if it's because we're throwing fucking money like rose petals. We're going to do that next time. I'm walking around. Just take 20s or whatever. Just throw them like rose petals. That way, women will go, right? Like that's how you have to like break women, right? Like that's how you have to reset their fucking programming. Like the lottery lady. Yes. Yes. That was great. That was so much fun. Wait, what the fuck did you just say? Your girl has a dude hitting on her at work and she told me I'm not allowed to hit him. Torn between being proud I have a hottie and wanting to floss with his intestines. Yeah, just keep on top of that one because that's not the appropriate place for that shit to happen. That's not the appropriate place. See the fucking France shit where the migrants raped and murdered the 12-year-old? Nope. That sounds really depressing, though. He stuffed her in a suitcase. Ugh. Well, I wasn't really hoping to talk about that tonight. Let's see. Pure Jealousy. What a great name. My coworker tells everyone that I'd hit him or that I'd be with him if I wasn't married. Oh, yeah? Does he? Is it true, Maiden Iron? Is it true? Would you? Because I have the response if it's not true. Hell no, it's not true. I'd be a gay in the street before being with him. Tell him he doesn't make enough money. Don't shame. Don't shame his like sexuality or manhood or whatever. That's such a tired thing that so many women go to. And don't be that, ladies. Like, please, don't be that. And because one, it's just guys don't fucking care anymore. He does make a lot of money. You just laugh it off. He doesn't make enough though. That's the trick. Just tell him. Shame his accomplishments. That's what hurts. But yeah, if you're like, you got a tiny dick, we don't care anymore. Like, okay, yeah, this tiny dick will still wreck your shit. Fuck you. Want a Halloween party story? A couple years back, my brother and his friends took me what? Oh my god, that's way too long, Mandy. It's hard for me to read that shit. Wait, what the fuck? Zeno, what are you doing now? What are you getting into? Oh, is that like a vape pen or something? Nick sounds like he speaks from experience. Yeah, I get called incel or like tiny penis or sexually repressed or whatever on Twitter and shit by random, usually by gay dudes or whatever. But yeah, that stuff happens all the time. Oh, you think just because I'm banned from Twitter, people don't talk about me? Well, unfortunately for me, that's not true. They still do. You do a live with Lady Rackets on Halloween and share spooky stories. I think that'd be a lot of fun. I don't know. Narrow urethra is not tiny penis. No, I don't. I don't have a narrow urethra. I actually got. We had to get tested for this because we had at the beginning of our marriage we had 3 miscarriages in a row. Just bam, 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 miscarriage, miscarriage, miscarriage. That shit hurts. That shit hurts a lot. And then following that, it was a year and a half of no pregnancy at all. And that shit hurts too. So we got tested for fucking everything. We got tested like crazy. By the way, if you ever see Lady Rackets on it's her left shoulder. This doesn't look like the left because of the mirrored image, but this is my left shoulder. If you ever see on her left shoulder, she has 3 watercolor outlines of butterflies. Those are miscarried babies. It's left for you. Okay, so for me, it's not. On the image I see. For me, it looks like my right, but it must flip it back for you guys. But yeah, so those are miscarried babies. And then if you see like the rest of her back tattoo, she has fully defined butterflies for our living babies. And then one for both of us. So she has the 5 for our kids and then one for us. But anyway, the year and a half, no pregnancy at all. It wasn't for lack of trying, believe me. And that's not a brag, by the way. Do you want to know what one of the worst things is? And this is going to sound weird from a guy because it's so against the stereotype. But when your wife lays down and says, "Okay, let's fucking do this," because it's ovulation time, like that's not fun. That's not sex. That's work. When sex becomes work, not a thing. Trust me, a year and a half of like following all the you get to watch, you buy everything ever, and to track ovulation and try and nail down the specific dates and times. It sucks. So that is not like a brag. By the end of that year and a half, we're talking like severe stress every single month trying to get into like just can we get a fucking baby? What's up? Is that Better Bachelor? Hey buddy, how you doing? He says, "Oh hell, now Rekieta's on locals just when we had a good thing going here. Welcome aboard, my friend, dude. I'm gonna hit your locals up too. Thank you. How you doing, man? We had such a great show right before I got banned. I blame you for it. We got to do another one though. We got to do another one. Anyway, so let me get back to this story though. Let me get back to the story. That was not a sex brag. People misinterpret that. Um, First of all, I don't tend to brag about sex. That's a weird thing to do to me. Um, People are like, "You're an incel." I'm like, "Dude, I'm married with 5 kids." Like, I don't know what an incel is, but we have our fun and it's great and it's fantastic. Bragging about sex is weird. I'm sure there's someone who has way more sex than me, and I'm sure there's a bunch of people who don't. Um, that being said, where was I going with this? After a year and a half of trying, you just feel kind of like a piece of meat. And so we got tested for everything. I mean, and basically what the doctor said was, there's nothing wrong with you to her, and there's nothing wrong with you to me. Everything's just kind of there. We don't see why anything is or isn't working. What we found out eventually is that we could get pregnant. We could get pregnant. I don't know why the year and a half thing happened, but we could get pregnant. Um, we kind of knew that, but her body, for whatever reason, was not producing enough progesterone when we did get pregnant, and so that's why we lost the first three. And so once the pregnancy for our oldest occurred, they gave her progesterone supplement, and we were golden. And so then that basically was the next 4 babies. The next 4 babies after that, it's like progesterone supplement. We got that done. Baby survives. Now we had other fucking issues with all of them. Every one of our babies had their own issues. We'll say each pregnancy was different and horrifying. But once we nailed that down, they worked. That it all hinges on that one thing is nuts. It is. It absolutely is. Another reason you're reluctant to have babies because I have ovary problems. It's hereditary too. I get cramps a lot. Yeah. Yeah. It's tough. It's scary shit. Here's what I would say. Mandy, do you like living? Just real quick. Yes, no. Okay. Aside from the days where you feel like kind of like you feel off or you have a bad day or whatever, but generally being alive is cool, right? Like it's fun. You get to do stuff. Can we change the subject? Yeah, in a minute. The risk, the risk that your child will have the same thing as you for most people, you like being alive, they'll probably enjoy it too. That's what I gotta say. Like, look, there are some genetic issues that are really fucking horrible, like really, really awful. But like, don't project, don't project the frustrations of your issue onto a baby. Like, don't decide that someone else doesn't want to live. through what you have. Because you're still fucking alive. I think on balance, people enjoy being alive. You love your children too, but sex is on my brain all the time. Yeah, you're a guy, dude. What the? Of course it is. Like what? I don't know. Okay, so here's a question for you, chat. I would love to see some answers on this. You don't get out much, just work, work, work. Well, that's probably a function of your age because you're like 8 or whatever. I got a question for the chat. What is... Wait, I'm in the wrong fucking thing. I'm going to pull up my live stream so I can actually see the answers. What is your purpose in life? This is a weird question. What is your purpose? Like, what drives you? What do you do? What do you do? Serve my family, wife, and children. Wife, getting too deep. I'm too out of it. Good night. Oh, good night. To make things, build a family, make a wife miserable, disabled, but music is your main drive. I'm a midwife. I believe in autonomy myself. Not sure now. Not die a painful death. Taking care of my cat. Greater unity with God. Helping others. Okay. Here's the thing. Rational exploration of the human condition. Intellectual discipline and dominance. Next purpose is grifting. True. Don't know. Working on that. That's a tough one. Loving my kids. Just living life. Trying to give my parents the best sunset years. Legacy. No purpose. Fam bro. And posting memes. Crack some laughs. Then get in some cracks. Make money. Die. Still searching. Crush your enemies. Oh, come on. Still haven't found it. My wife until she passed a couple years ago. I don't know. I like to work. Staying home with kids. Okay. Here's the thing. Laughing. Kids. For a lot of people, a genetic condition doesn't stop most of those things. It might make things a little more challenging, a little more complicated. It might change the way you approach life. This is really depressing you? Don't. No. No. Your son is your everything. Everything else is a distant second. For some people, it's work. But I was thinking about this the other day. What the fuck do we do? Like, what do we actually do on this planet? All right. This is going back. It's going back to the guy. Like, I'm ultimately going to get back to the guy who's like, sex is on my mind all the time. What do we do? Like, what the fuck is the purpose of what we're doing? Like, you got a couple options. You're either like some brand of religious and you think, I'm going to fulfill my obligation to the deity and go to the afterlife, whatever you are. Or you're some brand of atheist and you go, I'm going to just live until I die. Either way, the answer is basically the fucking same. There is some sort of pleasure that you derive from a thing. For a lot of people, pleasure is derived from family, friends, jobs, accomplishment, or some sort of physical pleasure, emotional pleasure. Those are all fine. Go fucking do them. Have your thing. Like, I really like having sex a lot. Find someone to partner up with who agrees with that. And fuck each other until you can't stand. Literally, until you can't stand. Do that. If you like, man, I really want to raise a family. I want to influence the next generation. Go do that. That's cool. You're like, you know what? I like to build cars. Find a way to build a car. Like, work at a place, learn how to do it, whatever you're going to do, and build a fucking car. But none of that none of what you are saying as far as like the things that you're into are dependent. Widows 77, sex is not an option. Don't you dare. Look, you get to that old folks home, you get to that nursing home, you find some Alzheimer's riddled person at the same age as you, and you fuck their brains out. And then the next day you do it again. Like 50 first dates with Drew Barrymore, but again, but older. Do it. Get in there. But I'm saying this. I'm saying this. Look, this is true. Whatever it is that you enjoy doing, first of all, that's for you and no one else. No one else gets to fucking tell you what that is. But second of all, if you have a kid and they catch some condition from you, some genetic condition, diabetes, right? Like if the world were sane, all genetic diabetics would have died off a long time ago. We'd never have that again. Because it's really fucking annoying. It'd be horrible. It's like a horrible thing. But you know what? It's also like manageable. And it's really not that big. Like it's a big deal, but when you manage it, it's not that big of a deal. And there's a whole world to experience. There's all of life. Like all of life, you just have to have some insulin with you. Okay. Like you don't get to decide what the other person is going to have to deal with, and if they think that's worth dealing with. Because the things you like to do, you're going to like to do no matter what. And your conditions will change what those are, obviously. Like for me, when you get rich enough on YouTube, your perspective changes on things. I used to go, you know what I want to do? I want to have sex all the time. No more, actually. Because once you hit 400,000 subscribers, YouTube gives you a discount, a coupon code where you can buy midgets really inexpensively. And so now what I'm trying to do is just build a midget circus for children to go to. That's my passion in life. That's everything I want to do. Now you might think it's like, oh, you go in and see midgets. That's been done before. No, my friend. I'm talking about a miniature circus. It's half size of a normal circus. Everything is short. Everything is to scale. Everything is to scale. And only children are allowed to go to the circus. And so they go in and they're like, everything is me-sized. This is it right there. No, flea circuses are weird because flea circuses are like animated, like they're machined, they're mechanized, and you're like, oh, I see the fleas, but there's no fleas there. No. Actual midgets. Everybody's tiny, but they're all adults and they're doing the acts. They have years of experience under their belt. They've been selling popcorn forever, but the popcorn's so little. It's a little tiny thing. This is what you do. This is my thing. And it's because YouTube gave me a coupon code to buy people. But like, they're not really people because that, like, people is plural, which implies more than one. How do I say person but half of? How do I say that? Like, what is the word for half of a person? Purse. Perfect. Nailed it. Okay, so you got a bunch of purses running around. You're like, they only come up to my knees. Like, this is great. This is what you do. But I'm saying that depending on your circumstances, your situation, things you're into, the things that drive you are going to be different. And the same thing, if you have a kid, you have a thing that bothers you or whatever, I might pass it on, I might not. First of all, they may not get it. Second of all, even if they do get it, their life is going to their life is going to mold around the thing that you have, that they'll have. And they'll adapt and they'll enjoy life. Because, look, man, get the fuck over your issues. Get the fuck over your issues. I don't know what to do, blah, blah, blah. Fuck off. Like, get over it. Find something to do. Find something to do. Because there's something out there you like to do. You're just trying to like pretend that there's not. But Jesus Christ, there are things that you like to do. I know there are. For some of you, it's fucking. For others of you, it's fucking with people. Like on Twitter or whatever. Go do it. Have fun. Jesus Christ. Enjoy it. Someone said, I saw it pass by really quickly. Don't have children if you don't want to and aren't ready. Of course. But don't let my kid might be X be your excuse. Don't let that be your excuse. Your kid might whatever, no matter who you are. You'd be the healthiest motherfucker on the planet. Don't ever let that be your excuse. The things to be your excuse are, I will not, like, I can't take care of a kid. I don't want to have children, whatever. Fine. Don't. I don't have a husband or wife. Yeah, well, don't have fucking kids. But I mean, Jesus Christ. Like, well, my kid might be retarded. Well, your kid might be retarded no matter what. Doubly so if you're on law Twitter, for example. But don't be afraid of what your kid might be. Rude. I'm a gold merchant cares not for inflation's plight against me. No, I don't. I don't. But I know that most people I know, and this is interesting, outside of people with actual depression, right? Like, because depression fucks you up. Depression tells you that, and depression is irrelevant of anything else you have. You can be rich and have depression. You can be super sexy and hot and have depression. You can have anything. You can have everything in the world and have depression. Elon Musk, walk around fucking bitches all day with his billion-dollar yachts. Has depression, doesn't matter. It's not going to be happy. Okay? So other than depression, because depression is a liar, it's the biggest liar on the fucking planet. And my God, I wish we could figure out why to get rid of that or how to get rid of that. But outside of depression, though, everybody I've met who doesn't have depression likes being alive. They like it. They're happy they're alive. They'd rather be alive than dead. A lot of people with genetic disorders don't have depression. So if you want to have kids, have kids. Don't let what they might be your excuse. If you don't want to have kids, don't have kids. Have fun. Both things are a trade-off. Both things are a trade-off. How the fuck can your kid grow up to be a map? He's a kid. Just because you learn to enjoy wine doesn't mean grapes are gross, you self-righteous prick. There you go. But I'm just saying, like, depression is real. And by the way, depression afflicts anybody and everybody. Like, there's no criteria. There's no thing. But if you want to have kids, have kids. If you don't want to have kids, don't have kids. Kids are a trade-off on life. You have to dedicate yourself to them. You have to spend a ton of time with them. Not having kids is closing a different window, saying, okay, I don't get this element of raising someone else. These are both fine. They're perfectly fine life choices. Just make sure you guys are making your choices. Because you want to live, make your choices. That's living. Hey, thanks, Shar. I love you back. Suicide is the one thing you should pussy out of. That's true. Very true. Very true. Okay, that topic got kind of heavy. Can we talk about something else? What should we talk about? Go to bed so you can grift tomorrow? Oh, I got plenty of time. Boobs? God, I love them. I love them. They're great. I love the way they feel. Love the way they squish and move. Love the way they smell. See, guys don't have this, right? Like, if you grab your like arm or what, even like it's not the same. If you're fat, like a fat guy too, like because I have plenty of fat to grab, it's not the same. Women are soft, man. Do I love tits? They're just great, and I'm not sure why. Can anybody figure this out? Like, can anybody figure out why tits are so great? It doesn't make sense. Like I get it. I like them, but I can't figure out why I like them. There's no utility to them. I don't need to grab them. I don't need them to be a certain size. There's nothing about breasts that functionally matter for me because, like, I'm not drinking breast milk. I have accidentally consumed breast milk. Not a fan. Not my favorite thing. They're soft and squishy. Like lots of parts of women are soft. Asses are soft and squishy, right? Wonderful. Love asses too. Lots of things are soft and squishy and warm and I can't figure out what it is, but I know that they're fantastic. First thing you ever sucked on. Maybe for you, I was a gay baby. Asses don't have eyes. Well, neither do tits. Neither do women, really. I've never looked at woman in the eyes. Do they even have faces? I don't know. It's such a weird thing. Someone said 3 favorite movies. Okay, I'm going to try this. We'd off the tits subject. Talking a lot about sex. Some people aren't super comfortable. I don't know. Get comfortable talking about sex. By the way, seriously, get comfortable talking about sex. Especially for you, you guys out there who are not in relationships, who haven't had good luck with relationships. You're going to need to get comfortable. Not weird. Not fucking weird, by the way. You're going to need to get comfortable talking about sex. But I'm not going to do that to you today. 3 movies. You know what I'm going to say for number 1, right? Like, we got to say it. American Beauty is one of my favorite movies of all time. It just is. That should have come through when we did the watch party. It's such a fucking good movie. I know Kevin Spacey is a giant fucking pedophile. He's awful. He's the worst person ever. American Beauty was before that, and it's really fantastic. I'm telling you, like, you can watch American Beauty at different parts of your life. What? Who's there? What are you doing? She did? Kind of? Where is she? In the closet? Up here? No. Downstairs? Does she do that in the... Jane! I know you're not in trouble, lady. Are you okay? Do you need help? Okay. I'll be right there. Why don't you go to the bathroom, okay? Yep. Go on in. I'll be right there. Okay. I've got a 5-year-old who has had a bedtime issue. I will be right back. I will be right back. Just give me a few minutes. Hi, good night. Can we do that? Okay. Right in here. They can't see you, but that's okay. Say hi.
Hi.
Say good night.
Good night.
Say you guys are silly.
You guys are silly.
Are you a good lady?
Yeah.
Okay, you're gonna go downstairs with your sisters. Give me a kiss. All right. Have fun.
I will.
Go to sleep, okay, cutie? All right. Guys, if you want to have kids, have kids. I can't express enough. If you want to have kids, have kids. They will change who you are. They're fantastic little creatures. They really are. Okay. Can we talk about something degenerate? American Beauty is number one. I really do. I really do. No matter where you are in life, there's somewhere in some character in American Beauty for you to learn something from. All right. I know not a lot of people like it, but look, from a movie making perspective, it's one of the best movies ever made. Really is. You don't have to agree with me. You can be wrong. It's fine. Next, Way of the Gun is one of my favorite movies of all time. Way of the Gun. Ryan Felipe, Benicio del Toro. Snuck under the radar for most people. and it is pure sex. Like, that movie is fucking awesome. Fucking awesome. Final pick. God, this is hard. Shame that your favorite movie isn't the 1980s Transformer movie. Like, I love it. I love it very much. I love it. But I'm thinking I got to do it. It's Event Horizon. I love Event Horizon. So fucking good. It is so, so awesome. Runner-ups. Runner-ups. Cabin in the Woods. Cabin in the Woods is really, really good. Really, really good. Cabin in the Woods it's a smarter movie than it deserves to be. 13 Assassins. One of the best action movies I've ever seen. 13 Assassins is fucking amazing. Damn, that's good. Mean Girls. Yeah, I said it. Mean Girls. One of the best film noirs ever made is Mean Girls. Next, I'm going to go with another film noir to go with Mean Girls. A little more traditional. Chinatown. Chinatown's really fucking good. Chinatown is really good. Of course, I love Goodfellas and Casino, right? Like, love these movies. They're not noir. Those are just mob movies. But man, like, there's a list of movies that I will watch. Like, if I get the chance, I will just watch them. And I'm going to list my last one, which, if I'm replacing American Beauty, because you can't take Kevin Spacey, okay, I'm going to give you another movie with Kevin Spacey in it. It's not The Usual Suspects, which is a good movie. Glengarry Glen Ross. Glengarry Glen Ross has one of the greatest acting casts of all time. It is so fucking insanely good. The performances are so good, and David Mamet is such a damn good writer that I just don't know how else to describe it. Also, Alec Baldwin delivers by far his greatest performance of any movie he's in. And that includes when he punches that guy in the Departed. Big Short is really good. Big Short is really good. But man, Glengarry Glen Ross, AIDA, attention. Do I have your attention? Interest. Are you interested? I know you are, because it's fuck or walk. Decision. Have you made your decision for Christ? An action. Go and do likewise, gentlemen. Go and do likewise. Oh, Glengarry Glen Ross is so fucking good. It's so good. But that scene gets a ton of credit. Like, that Alec Baldwin monologue. 15 minutes of him berating a bunch of people, and it's great. But the rest of that movie is really terrific. Really terrific. And now I'm going to throw in the fucking curveball. Mystery Men. That's right. Mystery Men with Janine Garofalo, Ben Stiller, Pee Wee Herman, whose name's escaped. Paul, wait, what's his fucking name? It's escaping me right now. Doesn't matter. Pee Wee Herman. And William McDermott. William H. Macy. William H. Macy. Paul Rubens, that's his name. God. Mystery Men, again, another movie that flew completely under so many radars. I'm invisible to cameras. I'm invisible as long as no one looks at me was amazing. God, that was amazing. No one can look at me. I have to be completely naked and no one can look. If anyone looks at him, he's visible. It's like this meta commentary on fucking quantum physics that happens in Mystery Men with the black guy's superpower of being invisible as long as no one is looking. And then it works. It works. It's not supposed to work. You're supposed to think he's just retarded. Like, he's just a fucking dumbass who has come up with this harebrained scheme. Oh, I must be invisible. Like, it's a depressing story, right? His story is great because it's depressing. Nobody sees me. Nobody sees me at all when they're not looking. Only when they look at me. It's like this is, again, his entire character is a meta commentary on being a piece of shit that no one cares about at all. But it turns out he actually has a superpower that when no one's looking, he's fucking invisible. God, it's good. It's so good. So good. But man, I love movies. I love when they just make movies. So jokes aside, I literally loved Piranha Double D. I loved it. I thought that Piranha Double D was one of the most brilliantly made movies I've ever seen. And I'm not joking here. Because there's a couple things about movies, all right? There's a couple things about movies. If I try and analyze Piranha Double D in the same way I'm going to analyze The Godfather, these are different things, completely fucking different. All right? But if I'm going to analyze Piranha Double D as, does this film accomplish exactly what it's supposed to do? I mean, it delivers in 72 minutes more quality than almost any movie that has ever existed. For what it is. For what it is. It delivers so much value in 72 minutes. Where else do you find this? It is hard to find a movie that compresses that much schlock comedy and enjoyment and joy. Joy is the root word of enjoyment. Joy is in Piranha Double D. Where do you find this shit? Nowhere else. Most movies don't know how to have fun like this. You know what movie knows how to have fun like Piranha? Tango and Cash. Tango and Cash is fucking great. It's a great movie. Like, the acting isn't good. It's Kurt Russell and Sylvester Stallone. They're goofy motherfuckers. They're running around. It's like, but it is so much fun. It is so much fun. Tango and Cash. Big Trouble in Little China, The Height of Cinema. Big Trouble in Little China is a perfect movie. It is perfect. You cannot make it better. It's impossible to make Big Trouble in Little China better. And this is a guy who says tits should be in every movie, and there are no actual tits in Big Trouble in Little China. But it's perfect. It's fucking perfect. You cannot, there's nothing you can do. If you put tits in Big Trouble in Little China, it would fail. It'd be over. Wrong. Tits are in there, not enough. Still wrong. There's nothing you could do. Wait, what'd you say? There's tits, sort of. The whole wet t-shirt thing, it doesn't count. It doesn't count. That movie is perfection of cinema. It's just perfection. Nick Skinny eats? No, stop eating. Stop eating. Tremors is a great movie. I love Tremors. Top Gun, fantastic. New Top Gun, also fantastic. Original Top Gun, slightly better. Slightly better. But the original Top Gun is great. Starship Troopers, one of my favorite movies of all time. So in screenwriting, we watched a really great movie. If you guys ever get the chance to watch this movie, it's a serious movie though, because it's screenwriting class, so it's pretentious. But we watched a great one, and Nick loves 13 Going on 30. Mark Ruffalo before he went cuck. I liked the young Mark Ruffalo. Like I thought he was fun. Then yeah, he did turn into a complete bitch. I don't know about 13 Going on 30 in general. I don't know. Okay, but still. The Apostle with Robert Duvall is a great movie. And not a lot of people in my life have heard of The Apostle. But you want a movie like that is storytelling to the tits with fantastic acting, because it's led by Robert Duvall. And Robert Duvall is fucking great. But man, that movie's good. Oh, that's good. And yeah, when he hits that fucker with a softball bat, everybody wants to hit that motherfucker with a softball bat. Everybody wants to, right? Nobody thinks that guy didn't deserve to be hit with a softball bat. Fuck that guy. My 3 favorite cartoons. Wait, Mandy, are you talking series or movies? Series or movies? That's what I'm looking for. What do we got, Mandy? Both? Are we talking about anime? Like, is anime included? All right, let's do movies first. My favorite animated movie of all time. The Transformers movie, the original. I cannot get away from it. It's so good. The cast is insane. Is insanely good. It's also awesome. I can't get around. I'm not ashamed. I'm not ashamed to say it. I cried when Optimus died. I cried when Optimus died. Yeah. Pussy. No. Like, do you have any idea how much dick I had to suck because of that? I was on my knees for years. For years. Fucking Optimus Prime. This cunt had to go and die. And there I am, sucking dick for the rest of my life. Fuck you, Peter Cullen. Okay. Next, animated movie specifically. I gotta think on this one. I don't watch a lot of animated movies. Even as a kid, I didn't watch a lot of animated movies. Where do I go? I could cheat and say Akira, but I'm not going to say Akira. I'm going to say Vampire Hunter D Bloodlust. Okay? Vampire Hunter D Bloodlust, which I really love the original Vampire Hunter D. But the sequel is so good. It is really fucking good. Yes, it's anime. But man, Vampire Hunter D Bloodlust is really fucking good. All right. Final animated movie. I like the Cowboy Bebop movie. I did. But it's not there. Final animated movie. Man, this is tough. South Park is great. South Park is really, really good. Not Princess Mononoke. Not Perfect Blue. Who Framed Roger Rabbit's really good. Ninja Scroll's really good. I'm going to go with... God, this is going to piss people off. I know it is. Robotech, Clash of the Bionoids. Clash of the Bionoids. It's such a part of my childhood, man. That's like the summary, basically, of the Macross Robotech series. Is really good. Roy Fokker dies. I didn't cry when Roy dies, but I was sad. I was not sad when Ben Dixon died, right? That motherfucker could get diggy. And when he dies, he deserved it. Fuck him. That fight between Max and Miria. If you guys don't know the Robotech lore, by the way, the Robotech lore, Max is, God, that guy's a fucking beast. He's so good. He's such a good pilot. And Miria is the Meltrandi, the female Zentradi, the Meltrandi ace. And she and Max get in a fight. And he is like, it is a stalemate. It is such a stalemate that Max and Miria's a 50 fucking foot tall woman, right? It is such a stalemate that Miria gets shrunk down to human size to fuck Max for the rest of his life because they get married. That's how good of a fight that fight scene was. Like, you cannot fuck with Max, like with Max. Max Sterling, man, that guy. Oh, he's such a ass kicker. I really love Macross Plus, honestly. I really do. Macross Plus is fucking great. But I gotta go with Clash of the Bionoids. Okay, animated series though. This is harder. This is a difficult task. I don't know what you do with a series at all. Simpsons is good. Family Guy was so good. I think Family Guy, I know Family Guy goes. Okay, the first half of Family Guy and the second half of American Dad as one show. That's what I want. Okay? Family Guy starts off so strong and then it gets gay. And American Dad starts off kind of weak, but then it catches up and it becomes the new Family Guy. So that's the first one. Next. Beavis and Butthead is good. But the Beavis and Butthead movie probably belongs on the list, frankly. But the Beavis and Butthead show was a little bit different. It was a little bit different. There wasn't much show for most of Beavis and Butthead. King of the Hill was a better Matt Judge show than Beavis and Butthead, and I loved Beavis and Butthead. King of the Hill takes my number 2 spot. King of the Hill was... I have a relative for every person on King of the Hill. Okay? I got a guy who talks like Bill. He's one of my mom's cousins, Mike. And he talks like this unironically all the time. It's just how he talks. My grandfather's brother talks just like Boomhauer, my great uncle Floyd. It's so much so, he talks like Boomhauer so badly that I can't talk to him anymore. Like when I go up to talk to him, it's like, hey there, man, old Nick, how you going? What you up doing? I can't do it. I just I smile at him, say hi, Uncle Floyd, and I turn around and walk away. Can't do it. Can't do it. My other grandpa used to sound like Hank. He didn't act like Hank, he just sounded like Hank. And then Dale's one of my uncles who I like very much. But a lot of Dale in there. Aside from the cuckoldry shit that Dale's involved in. Just the conspiracy, and I love Dale. He's great. Okay. So we've got Family Guy mixing with American Dad. We've got King of the Hill. What is my next animated show? Old Sword of the Berserk. Berserk was okay. Ninja Turtles. Batman the Animated Series. I could cheat and say Transformers, but I said the Transformers movie, so I'm going to stop that. Pinky and the Brain, Eat the Cat. Animaniacs is good. South Park's good. DuckTales. I love DuckTales. Or not DuckTales. Darkwing Duck. I watched a lot of Darkwing Duck. What am I going to say? What am I going to do? What am I going to pick? Cowboy Bebop is cheating. This one's going to be animated. Or anime. This one's going to be anime. But Cowboy Bebop is cheating. I love Bebop. It's really fucking good. Evangelion is cheating as well. I'm going to say it. Because both of those are basically one-offs. They did not have the staying power. They didn't have multiple seasons, right? So I'm going to do it. Outlaw fucking Star. Outlaw Star is awesome. Outlaw Star was only one season? Was it really? It was only, what, 26 episodes? I thought it was more than that. Okay, then I'm going to cheat. Outlaw Star, Bebop, Ava. There. I'm going to mix those three. Those three, for me, formative anime years. Fucking nerd. Yeah, I'm okay. Wait, who's got to do shit tomorrow? Not Elfin Lead, no. Catch you later, Eternal Hex. Catch you later. Never been into anime. Never been able to get into anime. That's okay. You don't have to. Look, anime is it's just a genre. For me, anime is a couple things. Again, robots, ninjas, or robot-shaped ninjas. For me, anime has to have a requisite level of destruction and violence. Tits are good, but I'm more interested in the wanton murder and explosions of anime. Other people like weird, like slice of life anime. Anime isn't a genre. Anime is a medium. Anime is film. That's like how big anime actually is. It spans everything, and there's something for just about anyone. So if you like watching things, there is an anime that you'd probably like. But should you get into it? Are you a fag? Because if you're not a fag, don't get into anime. There you go. Like the question is should. Should? No, you should not. But if you like, I don't know, being a fag or whatever, then get into anime. That's what I did. What the fuck is happening here? Getting messages. Okay. Nick agreeing with Matt Walsh again? Wait, what did Matt Walsh say? I know Matt Walsh just did a video or something about. Did he do a video on anime? What did Matt Walsh say about anime? I bet we have differing opinions on it. He's not into anime? It's demonic? Whoa. Of the devil. No. What the fuck is wrong with you people? No, I don't agree with Matt Walsh. I didn't say if you have satanic tendencies, get into anime. I said if you are a fag, get into anime. And I also qualified that with I like anime, so that must mean necessarily that I'm a fag. I got it. I'm cool with like I've made my peace, guys. I've made my peace long ago. And if I could give people advice, you're always late in K, so yeah. If I could give people advice, I would. If you want to take advice from me, you can be a fag too. Okay? Here we go. Stop worrying about anything that anybody says about you. Am I drinking the bad whiskey? I am. Stop worrying about it. It doesn't matter. It's not a meme. Like they tell you like when you're a kid, like, oh, don't worry about it. No, really. Like, don't. Don't do it. It doesn't matter. None of this shit matters. None of these other people matter to you. You want to go home and watch a bunch of hentai with tentacles and shit and jerk off and come all over your floor? Like, I guess do it. You know what that's going to cost you, right? Like, you understand the trade off and you go, I'm fucking good with it. I'm good with it. Like, I'll just pour bleach on the floor. My floor will have stains or whatever. Be good with it. If you don't like anime because it's for fags, Don't ever like anime. Don't do it. Why would you? Stop. We get so wrapped up. Like, I can't. This is, and I'm going to bring it back now. I'm going to bring it back. You guys are going to hate me. This is American Beauty. This is American Beauty. Look at Kevin Spacey in the last moments of American Beauty. Look at him. It's an act. It's written. I get it. He picks up the picture of his wife and his daughter and him. And he is so fucking happy. His wife sucks. Carol is a cunt. She is a massive fucking cunt. She's one of the worst people you'll ever meet. She's terrible. But he's not looking at Carol now. He's looking at Carol on the couch. Top 3 horror movies I'll do in a second. He's looking at Carol on the couch. And this is a great scene. It's a great scene. Carol's there. Kevin Spacey bought his fucking Pontiac that he's been wanting his entire life. He extorted his boss or whatever. And Carol sits down on the couch. He picks up his beer and he saunters. This man saunters over. Where is that girl? That girl that when we heard the helicopter, the news helicopter at night, she would run out of the apartment, go up to the roof, and flash the news helicopter. And he's getting closer to her. He saunters over to her. And it is this scene of like intimacy between him and Carol. And he gets close to her. And look, not to be too candid. I know, like, I get it. But I've talked about this before, and I'm confident talking about it now. 18 years of marriage, guys. There are parts of your marriage. Ellie, you can hate it. You can be wrong. It's fine. There are parts of a marriage where you grow apart, get away from each other, right? And then there are parts of the marriage where you are interlocked and everything just rolling. Okay. But there's this moment where Kevin Spacey, he's got a beer in his hand, goes over to Carol, and he sits down next to her. These two hate each other. They fucking hate each other at this point. Sovereign Bozeman, I don't boast about my sex life. That's weird to me. My wife and I are very happy with each other, but it's not always like about sex. You'll go, again, 18 years, man, you're going to go dry periods and wet periods and lots of periods. But he's got his beer and he gets closer and closer to her, and she is melting. She's kind of recoiling. He's getting closer. It's like, who are you? Like, he's like, let's get back to it. Let's get there. And then she breaks it. But before that bitch breaks it, Kevin Spacey is ready to fix his entire life. His entire life he's about to fix. And she can't do it. That bitch Carol can't do it. But it's every moment up to that point where Kevin Spacey, when he's looking at the picture at the end, he sees Carol flashing the news helicopter. He sees Carol on the couch, who doesn't turn him away, but instead grabs him and pulls him in, and the beer spills on the couch, and she doesn't fucking care. Okay? That's who Kevin Spacey sees. His daughter, he sees all the potential in the world. He sees everything he hopes for. He sees that he has failed her in so many ways, but he also sees that she will be good, that she will be better than Carol. She'll be better than him. At the very end, That's when Kevin Spacey is the most free in the movie. And that is the fucking trick. Nobody at that point, the only thing that could stop that man was a bullet. That was it. That was it. The bullet stops Kevin Spacey because nothing else in the world could. He's happy. Pure, unrequited happiness. Unapologetic. Guys, ladies, don't let anybody tell you what to do anymore. Don't let people own your life. Don't let people tell you what you can like and don't like. Obviously, if you have a job, you have to kind of you have to get through there a little bit. Like you have to kind of work that in. Find liberty for yourself. Like you have to do it. Anyway, that's it. I've talked enough about this fucking subject recently, but I got to reiterate it. Because so many people will go and look at it. It's not your boss usually that's controlling you, actually. It's someone else. It's a parent. It's a spouse. By the way, if your spouse is controlling you and not partnered with you, you're doing it wrong. And so are they. Find a way back to each other because you're apart. You're apart if they're controlling you and not partnered with you. It's someone at your church. Fuck church. Fuck church. Fuck church people. Fuck congregations. Fuck their expectations. I go to church now. When I go, they're like, hey, Nick, how's it going? Great. Really? Yeah. Oh. What are you talking about YouTube? Don't watch it. You'll hate it. Oh, okay. Are you sure? Like I could look up your channel. Don't watch it. You'll hate it. If you do watch it, you're going to hate it. Fuck church and these church people. Like you go to church for God or whatever. I'll tell you why I go to church these days. Because my kids are in the fucking thing and they have to take sermon notes. That's it. That's the reason I go. Like I'm full believer. Like I'm super Christian or whatever. I'm done with church people because church is not Christianity anymore. These people go to make themselves look good to other people, and I'm fucking done with it. Done with it. So for me, I go to church because my kids have to go take sermon notes and do their Bible studies. Otherwise, I just broadcast on my TV. I would watch church on my TV just fine. 10 days out of 10. It's great. I'm not into the whole crowd shit anymore. I'm done with their expectations. I'm done with other people's perceptions on things. I'm done with it. And so I don't fucking care anymore. Like I go in, one of my daughters. My kids are supposed to go to bed at 11, right? Like they're supposed to go to bed at 11. They don't. They go to bed at 9. They're supposed to be asleep by 11. They never are, right? They're never asleep by 11. The other day though, my 7-year-old, she's 7? I think she's 7. My 7-year-old, she goes and she had a bad day. And she's the one with ADD, ODD, right? ADHD and ODD. She's so fucking great. She's fantastic. She's the violent one. Yeah, she is. I love her so much. She's hilarious to me. She's the sweetest girl on the planet. Until you cross her, then she'll murder you. That being said, she was having a bad day. She's having a bad day at the church. And the librarian lady was apparently talking to her. And she said, well, I'm really tired because I was up on my iPad till 2 a.m. So what happens? Librarian lady comes up to Lady Rackets. She's like, so, she told me that she was on her iPad until 2 a.m. You really need to take those away from her. And sometimes she's a little bit hard to deal with. Did you get her vaccines as a child? Because if you did, I know some homeopathic therapies that can undo the damage of vaccinations. She is lucky she talked to Lady Rackets. Because if she talked to me, I would have punched her right in her fucking cunt. Get away from my kid. Fuck you. Get away from, like, fuck off immediately. Look, my daughter has her issues. Again, diagnosed ADHD and oppositional defiant disorder. She's hilarious. Guess where she gets those from? Like, Lady Rackets is ADHD. That's absolutely true. Do you want to know where the oppositional defiant disorder comes from? I got a feeling I know, okay? Fuck you. Fuck you. You can piss right off anybody who wants to tell me this is quintessential ODD, right? Like, fuck you. You tell take your iPads away. I'm gonna buy her a second iPad. I'm gonna buy her a second iPad, and the whole purpose of that iPad is to create a Minecraft account for you where she dies over and over. Fuck you. The only people who get to speak into your life are the people you allow to speak into your life. Oh, church people, like, look again. I'm a big Christian. I know it seems weird because I say fuck a lot and I talk about sex and enjoying the shit out of it, but big time Christian. Um, Church people are the fucking worst, and I'm tired of them. I'm tired of them, and they don't get to speak to me or anybody else. They don't get to do that. So just letting you guys know, like, find ways away from all of these people. Okay, Kalea asked me a while back, and I'm sorry for delaying this, with top 3 horror movies. Tiff Hang says, my soul is sick and I don't need church. Girl, you need some Jesus in you. Find a Mexican named Jesus. Just kidding. That's a joke. It's a joke. No, look, there's plenty of wisdom in the Bible and faith. There's a lot to learn from it, but my God, have we ruined that shit with people. We have ruined that shit with people. Okay, next. 3 horror movies. Well, Event Horizon. Event Horizon's my number 1 because it's on my top 3 movies of all time. Good luck, Nick. You make up your own rules, right? No, I don't. What are you talking about? I don't make up my own rules. I see a bunch of people. Are you becoming a New Year's, Easter, Christmas Catholic? I mean, I'm still technically Catholic because you don't ever not be Catholic, but I don't go to Catholic Mass. I like Catholic Mass just fine. I would prefer going to Catholic Mass every week than the church I go to personally. But just because it's comfy as shit. But no, it's not the church that's the problem. It's church people that are the problem. Church people are judgmental assholes. And if you paid any attention to the fucking Sermon on the Mount, Jesus is sitting there begging everyone to understand all these rules are so you can judge yourself. Like, it's just like you are supposed to fix you. You're not supposed to fix that other person. It's the entire purpose of the Sermon on the Mount. Is like, okay, listen, I know it says all this stuff, but like, you need to fucking stop with all these other people. You need to focus on you, because here's this thing so you can have a good life. You do that. It doesn't mean you make up your own rules at all. That's not what it means. It means to judge yourself harshly and to improve yourself and to align yourself more with God. Like, but that's on you. No one else gets to do that to you. And conversely, you don't get to do that to anybody else. So fuck off. That's my problem with church now. Everybody's got their acceptable sins and their unacceptable sins in churches, right? Well, this thing's wrong, but this one's okay. These people they gossip constantly. They snip at people they hate, they fight. They do all of the things that are on this list of sins, but they justify them. Well, it's fine. These things are okay for me to do as long as I'm not out sucking dick on a Thursday. Like, bitch, if I'm going to suck dick on a Thursday, I'm going to suck dick on a Thursday, okay? You fuck off. Anyway, okay. It's enough church. Event Horizon is number one. Event Horizon is number one. It's not a church problem. It's a people problem. It's a people problem. That's very clear. They just end up in churches a lot. Karens have lived in churches forever. And this is really important. Someone says, the Bible, Sunday school, and Catholic Church gives kid a great foundation. I agree with you. I think church is a fantastic place for children. I don't think church is the best place for adults anymore. I think that's really important. Event Horizon, number one. Number two, In the Mouth of Madness. In the Mouth of Madness. And fuck you if you say otherwise, because that movie is Do you read Sutter Kane? Oh, I love that movie. In the Mouth of Madness is amazing. Amazing movie. Am I going to do it? Horror movie number 3. You've never heard of it? You've never heard of In the Mouth of Madness? We've done In the Mouth of Madness on Twitch. But I think In the Mouth of Madness is not on Twitch anymore. You've got to watch it. You've got to fucking watch it. It's so good. All right. Third movie. Horror movie. Where do we go? What do we do? I'm not going to say Cabin in the Woods, even though I think Cabin in the Woods is the perfect horror movie as far as faithfulness to the genre of horror. I know that's a hard thing to get. It's a very nuanced and very film school gay fucking take. So I'm going to ignore it. I'm going to ignore it, even though it's correct. Okay? Horror movie number 3. No. Fuck, I almost said The Evil Dead 2. Evil Dead 2 is really good. 28 Days Later. 28 Days Later is so fucking... God, it's perfect. Gay-ass zombie movies? No. 28 Days Later is the best zombie movie. Scene at the beginning... I have seen The Gates of Hell. We watched it on Twitch. It was fucking awesome. The scene at the beginning of 28 Days Later, when he wakes up in the hospital and he's fucking he's lost. He's walking around. He doesn't know what to do. And then when he first encounters, he's got like the cans in that bag and encounters that priest. He's terrified the entire time. Fuck. And the worst part of 28 Days Later is the humans, right? They're the worst. Prince of Darkness is in my runners-up category. I'm getting there. 28 Days Later is so fucking good. It changed. It changed everything. Rob Zombie's best movie is The Devil's Rejects. That's true. The Devil's Rejects. High on the list. Devil's Rejects. I love House of a Thousand Corpses. I think House of a Thousand Corpses has one of the best scenes in any movie ever. In movie history. And I think it's so good that it elevates House of a Thousand Corpses beyond the entire, beyond what the movie is. You know what scene it is. Everybody knows this scene if you've seen the movie. He's got the cop. Otis has the cop at gunpoint on his knees. And does this slow pan away. It is silent. And slight rotation. And it goes up. It's like 33 seconds is how it feels. I don't know how long it is. But it feels so long. And you're watching, you're like, I know he's going to fucking shoot that guy. I know he's going to do it. Maybe he's not. Bam! That's when it happens. And you're like, God damn it, Rob. Rob Zombie nailed it. House of a Thousand Corpses is magnificent for that scene alone. The rest of the movie is actually pretty decent too, but it's a little campy. But then Devil's Rejects comes out. And you're like, oh, fuck. Is Rob Zombie going to become the greatest horror director of all time? When you watch Devil's Rejects, you go, holy fucking hell. And then 31 comes out and you're like, okay. Maybe Rob Zombie isn't going to be the greatest horror movie maker of all time. Maybe he's not going to make it, okay? I liked 31. I liked it. The ending was a little gay, but I liked the rest of it. But, I liked it, but 31 was not. It was not Devil's Rejects. And 3 from Hell was pretty good. But nothing was Devil's Rejects. Oh, dude, yes, my man. Who the fuck was it? Who sang it? Nickel Song says, Rekieta, speaking of scenes, the 8-minute single take battle scene across city blocks, Children of Men. Yeah, okay, so Children of Men. Wait. Discussion of philosophy and tits. Tiff Hanks says, if only we've been having discussion of philosophy and tits. I'll go back to this. I love talking about tits and philosophy. Okay. Look, I'm drinking. We're going to get back there. All right? We're going to get back there. Don't worry. Don't worry. Children of Men has I call this version of watching media the Lifehouse version for their fucking gay song Hanging by a Moment. There's some movies and TV shows or whatever that have such a perfect moment that it justifies everything else. Okay? Children of Men is one of them. The other House of a Thousand Corpses is another one. I have some more, but I can't think of them right now because of the drink. But don't worry about it. Children of Men. Yes, the 8-minute battle scene is fantastic, but most importantly, when the baby cries and the fighting stops. I mean, everybody stops because everybody, like, they're shooting each other. They're shooting missiles and bombs and throwing grenades. Everything is fucking going to shit. And everybody hears a baby crying and everything stops. It stops. It's this moment where they go, life has not been created on this planet for 18 years. 18 years. There's been no life. They all hear a baby, and no matter what, everything is so, like, it is so important that this baby be okay that they stop. The baby cries and they walk down the stairs. They walk outside. And again, it's silence. Silence in movies is so fucking powerful because they got music everywhere. Walk out and they get the baby clear, and immediately missiles start flying again. It is fucking perfect. It's perfect. It's a perfect moment in the movie. Thank you. Thank you for reminding me. Okay. Have I done the 3 horror movies? I think I did all 3 horror movies. What was the third one? I don't even remember. 28 Days Later. Really good. Really good movie. What's the next subject? What are we talking about now? Favorite employees and why I'm not on the list. My favorite employees. The first one's my nanny. First one's my nanny because she drives the kids around. Ryan, what do you even fucking do? The second one is my nanny because she goes to the store while the kids are at classes and she buys all my groceries. Ryan, what do you fucking do? The third one, the third favorite employee is my nanny because every day when she comes to my house, she does the dishes. Ryan, what do you do? I'll cook at night and I'll leave a fucking greasy pan and shit. I don't ever do the dishes anymore because the nanny comes here and she does the dishes. She takes the kids to their classes and then she buys the groceries and then she just bills me for all of it. And I'm like, I would never buy this many groceries in my life. But I'm not arguing. I'm not arguing. Holy shit. Does the nanny give me a tugger? No. I'm not into the nanny. Not at all. She's super nice. She's super sweet. The kids love her. There is zero. No, thank you. Is she hot? I'm sure plenty of men in this chat would love to have a date with the nanny. That's how I'll word that out. How old is she? I think she's about 30. I don't know her name. 30, 31, something like that. She's not for me. Like I have zero interest in that at all. You can't answer these questions online because someone will be like, I do not have any interest at all in the nanny. She's just such a fucking godsend to the kids. The kids like literally love her. She does shit that okay, so when Lady Rackets and I went to the Caribbean, here we go. Lady Rackets and I went to the Caribbean, right? My parents were watching the kids for 2 weeks basically on their own. A week with us, which means they were on their own, and then 2 weeks after we left, which means they were even more on their own. My dad sends me a message. He's like, hey, if your nanny wants to come down, we'll fly her down to help out with the kids. So I tell her, I'm like, hey, by the way, like if you want to go down to my parents' house, they live by the ocean, you can go hang out. But if you want to go down and help out with the kids, you can. You don't have to. You don't have to. She's like, oh, yeah, okay. So she flies down to hang out with the kids at my parents' house while Lady Rackets and I are gone. Like we're completely gone. And while we're down in the Caribbean, we get a call from the kids on on FaceTime or whatever. We get a call from the kids, and they want to do a talent show. And we're like, what the fuck is this? Like, what do you mean a talent show? So my one kid wrote a play that all the kids acted in. Some of the kids did they did their dance routines, they played music, whatever they needed to do. They did all these things, right? They do all their things. The nanny gets up and she goes, okay, it's my turn. And she sings. She sings for and she participates in the talent show. And Lady Rackets and I are I look at her, I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like, what is she doing? But she does it. She does it. And we found out why. She goes, or we found out, I talked to my dad. I was like, what the hell? Why'd she sing in the talent show? He goes, whole talent show was her idea. Like, wait, really? He's like, yeah. It was her idea to do the talent show. So then all the kids did it, but she thought it would be fun to have the kids do something for you guys while you were on your vacation. So then she couldn't not participate. She's phenomenal. Like she does all this stuff. Hope I pay her well. Very well. Very well. She's fantastic. She's great. I don't know what's gonna happen. Like when she decides I don't want to be a nanny anymore, I don't know what she's going to do. I will offer to write her the greatest letter of recommendation in the history of mankind. And she'll probably have to turn it down because it's coming from me. But my God, she's fantastic. So Ryan, look, Ryan, you got a lot going for you, but really, maybe you don't quite have, everything. Would I represent her for free in court? Absolutely. 10 times out of 10. The only time I would not represent her in court is if she had some claim against my family. That's literally it. That's the only case. I would represent her. I would buy her a better lawyer. I would do whatever. Whatever she needs. She's fucking fantastic. So would I buy her Ty Beard? No, I'd buy her a Minnesota attorney. Thoughts on Natalie Lawyer Chick going on Twitter calling people racist for having different views on legal cases. Natalie Lawyer Chick, I like her just fine. She's mad at Bronca. Bronca didn't have the nicest things to say to her on my non-drama stream. I'm guessing at some point, you sure she doesn't give you a tug once in a while? Also, Natalie is awful. Look, No, no, no. Unironically, without a hint of jokes or whatever, professional relationships are completely professional, and they always should be. They always should be. Uh, no, thank you. I'm sure I'll get blamed for what Bronca said about Natalie. People may not know this. When I did the no drama stream, it was literally no drama. It's literally no drama. Kalea, very close. It's very close. It's actually 14, 11, 9, 7, and 5. That's the ages. When I proposed a show, and I told everybody that was going to be on the show, I said, no drama. None. Please no. This is the whole purpose of this show is no drama. Because I still have a fucking lot to say about Legal Bites' little thing. But if I say anything about it at all, it will merely inflame it. And here's the kicker. I literally don't want the drama. I don't want it. I really do want Legal Bites to make her own channel and to be super successful. I don't want any of it at all. She can love me. She can hate me. I don't care. I don't care at all. I never have. I didn't ask for loyalty. I didn't ask for purity. I didn't ask for anything. Legal Mindset, he has set his own criteria and his own things. And I'm never going to admonish people who have my back. What a fucking weird thing. What a weird thing. I'm not going to tell Legal Mindset to do something different. I would never tell Drex to have a different opinion than what he has, ever. First of all, these are grown-ass men. They would just say, fuck off. We'll have the opinions we have. Second of all, I'm not a fucking fag, so I wouldn't tell them that. So this is critical because people are like, why don't you stop your lackeys? I'm like, these people don't answer to me now. Why would they start answering to me when I say, let me tell you what to do? Of course they're not going to. I have done whatever I can to diffuse the drama, and that's it. That's all I have. And by the way, for people who suggest, well, Nick could say something and do something, I will never, ever burn my relationship capital that I work really fucking hard on, by the way. Really fucking hard on relationship capital. I will never burn it for this. For this. There are rare instances in your life where you will burn relationship capital, where you will burn the thing that you built. That better be for family, motherfucker. That's it. That's when you burn everything. It's for family, immediate family, for best friends, for great people, right? Like if something happened to Drex, I would burn shit down for Drex. Because Drex and I have been through the muck and the mire together. I have seen feet go into his ass. I would burn the fucking earth for Drex. I'd burn the fucking earth for Lady Rackets. I would burn the earth for my kids when it was useful to do so. Like people say shit about me and Lady Rackets all the time. I don't care about that. I'm talking about real, like when shit gets real, not when shit gets gossipy. Same thing with Drex. People say stuff about Drex. People say stuff about Drex and Lady Rackets. If they're that fucking retarded, if they're that if they're that involved in their racial prejudices that they think a white woman sees a black man and must immediately fuck them, and that the black man must automatically fuck the white woman, I can't change that. I'm never gonna change it. I don't care. That's their retarded position. Okay. But when shit gets real for Lady Rackets, for Drex, I'd burn the earth down. I'd burn every relationship I had on the internet for them, of course. They're my people. That's what, like, if people don't get, like, that's why Drex came out so fucking heavy in favor of me. We've been friends for 30 years. The only people who are gonna fuck this up are us. That's it. Like, you come at me, he's gonna come at you. You come at him, I'm gonna fucking come at you too. I'm gonna come on you, in you. I'm gonna make fun of you afterwards. I'm gonna degrade you. I'm gonna come in your hair. I'm not gonna give you a towel. You little squirt bottle of water. It's not gonna work. Fuck off. Like, there's very little that I'm gonna burn capital on. But here's the deal. I am certainly not gonna burn my relationships online to tell Drex or Andrew what to say. Like, Andrew has been an absolute fucking champion in my corner. Well, I'm going to admonish him? Whoa, whoa. Why do you admonish him in favor of the person who didn't say the same things? Well, that's gay. That's stupid. Why would I do that? I need you to stop talking rude about so-and-so. What the fuck? Guys, when you have a supporter, when you have someone in your corner, you don't fucking throw away your corner man to hope to suck the dick of the other boxer. Like, what the fuck is this? The other fight, like, you know what? My corner man, he says I should punch you in the stomach, but instead I'd like to suck your cock. No, no, no! Why would you ever do that? No. I don't have to agree with my cornerman's advice or tactics ever. But I'm not going to fucking admonish them for having my back. That's weird. And the people who suggest that you should, they don't have good friends. They don't have good friends. So anyway, I'm definitely never going to do that shit. But I don't agree with everything they've said. I don't agree with their tactics. I don't agree with their approach. I'm not their dad. I don't want to be their dad. So no, I'm not going to stop them. I'm not going to stop anybody. I didn't ask anybody to do anything. And I won't ask them to stop suddenly. Okay? So here we go. Here's the thing. How do we get on the subject? Oh, Branca. Branca is a bro. Branca has always had my back. Branca is great. Branca is now, because of that stream, in which I told everybody, I said, please, no drama at all. I don't want any drama. That's the grift, right? That was the joke. Well, we're not going to do any drama. Branca comes out and he says, you give Nick $100 and I'll say what I think about a particular YouTuber. People gave $100, went down the line of YouTubers. Fantastic. That was not my plan, by the way. My plan was much less money. My plan was, we're going to just sit around, shitpost, talk, have fun, tell jokes. That was my entire plan. But Branca comes out with this beautiful grift. For me, what a hero. What a hero. Makes me like $900 of grift. Fucking Chad. Fucking Chad. He comes out and he says, yeah, $100. I'll tell you what I think. And then he goes through and he starts with the people he likes. He goes through and he eventually gets to Natalie, the lawyer chick, and he doesn't have the nicest things to say about her. It's not my plan. I didn't want that plan. Like, I don't want that kind of drama in my life. But okay. Okay. He does it. Today, she is on a fucking tear. Here's what happened. Someone probably clipped Bronca's response about Natalie, the lawyer chick. And then sent it to her, right? He's not the biggest fan of her legal analysis. I think I shouldn't say this, but I'm gonna. This is the liquor. This liquor was bad when I started. It's fine now. I don't care about anything. He's blaming the liquor. Tiff, always blame the liquor for every stupid decision you make. Here we go. I think that her analysis is lensed by race in the same way that she accuses other people of lensing their analysis by race. Because Kim Potter, the analysis of Kim Potter, was not, the way we got to the Kim Potter verdict was not a legal analysis. It just wasn't. An honest legal analysis of Kim Potter says there's no intent to commit a crime here. There may be massive civil liability for her negligence. There may be all sorts of things. I do not believe in qualified immunity. I don't. So I think Kim Potter may have been civilly liable for Dante Wright's death. Maybe. We'll never know. What I know from legal principles, not from race. Look, I love black people. Best friend is black. Lady Rackets made fun of me because I had a crush down in the Caribbean. Remember? Do you guys remember this? You guys remember this? Guess what? She's a staff member in the Caribbean. Do you think she was white? She was a fine ass black chick. God damn. Okay. Did I take her to your room? No, not allowed. Not allowed. Not allowed. Would I? Well, different question. Did she have green eyes? No, we were not in Big Trouble in Little China. You better fuck off. So that's not allowed, but drugs is. Look. Look, okay. All I'm saying is I want to go back, and the drugs may have something to do with it, because you can't do drugs here. You cannot do drugs here. At home, you got kids, man. You can't fucking do that. That's very. No. You can't do drugs around kids. That's fucking, you can't do that. But drugs where no one cares and you have no responsibility, I'm not telling anybody else to do it. I'm just saying, all I want to do is go back and do some Molly. That's it. Look, that's it. That's all. I got nothing else to do in my life other than to go back and do some Molly. Like, I don't know. I know. And that, you know what? That dancer or whatever, she will probably not even be there the next time I get down there. It's fine. It's fine. But I'm just saying, like, I'm not a racist. There's at least one black chick that's hot, and there's at least one black guy that I like. What the fuck? Like, how could I possibly be racist if I have at least 2 black people on earth that I would hang out with? I can count them on one hand, the number of black people that are acceptable. Drex, chick from the resort, Drex's brother, lead attorney, Nate the lawyer. Look at that. We nailed it. I love black people. I need you to be black and a female. No, guy, like, unironically, it's such a weird fucking thing because they've taken this away. They've taken this away. Where I grew up before I moved to Minnesota, 99.9% white, especially when I moved up. Lakeville, Minnesota in the 90s, Drex was the black kid. Okay, you have to understand. Drex was the black kid. That was when I was 10. Up until 10, I was the minority. There were way more blacks and Mexicans in my elementary school before I moved to Minnesota than there were white kids. The amount of white kids was comparable to the number of sniper Indians, not feathered ones, right? Sniper Indians. Like, there were 2 white kids and 2 Indian kids. Guess who fucking won all the math quizzes, by the way? These motherfuckers. Oh my God. Little Anjit or whatever your name is. And what was her name? I remember her because she was cute. I think her name was Andrea or something. These motherfuckers. I was in the advanced math class because before I became a lawyer, I was actually good at math. I actually lost my ability to do math a long time ago. And these two motherfuckers. So we were in the advanced math class because we were down in Texas where you could do this. And the fucking snipers, we would do these math quizzes, and the people who got done first, they got like a bonus. I don't remember what they got. You know, they got recognized by the class. It was a race. The 2 fucking Indians always won. Nobody won. Nobody else won. They're like, oh, well, not only will we do this, we will renew your car insurance, you know. Fuck these people. God damn it. Every time they would win. We didn't have a chance. But there were the Indian kids. There were 2 of them. And there was me and Johnny were the white kids. I remember Johnny. The only reason I remember Johnny is because Johnny picked a fight with... No. Sorry. Let me stop this. Darian got in a fight with George. Now, Darian is obviously a black name. George is also obviously a black name in 1989 because only black people named their kid George in 1989. That's just how it goes. Darian was light-skinned. George was fully black. Darian had a fucking attitude. And he thought that he would pick a fight with George. But Darian was only half black. George rocked his shit. George beat the fuck out of Darian. And George is cool. Quiet dude. Super chill. And he beats the fuck out of Darian. But while he's doing it, Johnny runs up. This dumb fucking white kid. Probably Italian or whatever. He goes, and he runs in to stop the fight. I'm like, you're in 3rd grade or 4th grade, I think. Why are you stopping a fight? Why are you doing this? Why on earth would you intervene? These are two black kids. They're going to fucking kill you. Darian, bow! Johnny gets fucking laid out, right? And then they go back. Darian goes back to getting his ass kicked by George. So not only did Johnny get his ass kicked, he got his ass kicked by the loser of the fight during the fight. That's how white Johnny was. You have to understand, this kid is so fucking white that he loses to the loser of the black kid's fight. George is my dude, by the way. I like George. I like Calvin too, but Calvin, wherever you are, if you didn't get stabbed growing up in Houston, you motherfucker. In typing class, we had bucket on a list of words to type. And I typed fuck it because that was funny, right? Hey, Calvin, check this out. I typed fuck it on my computer. Motherfucker, this Negro turned me in. Calvin had a crescent tattooed, or not tattooed, cut into his head. Like I have a line, like my barber does a hard line, and he does that. He had a crescent, and then the poofy hair here. This motherfucker turns me in. I have to call my dad at work from the principal's office. Dad, what? I typed a bad word on the computer. What? I typed the F word on the computer. What? Calvin turned me in. I'm just joking. Okay. My dad's like running through the list of punishments. Like, what do you even do for this? He goes, I guess you're grounded from rated R movies. Because I watch rated R movies all the time. I had HBO in my room. This is the first tits I ever saw was Real Sex. Real Sex. On HBO. Real Sex Volume 1. I innocently trying to watch my Transformers movie. I put it in my VCR, because I had a VCR too, very spoiled. But it wasn't switched over to the input of VCR. And I'd watched the movie on HBO earlier. So I turn on my TV, and suddenly I'm watching Real Sex, and I didn't stop watching Real Sex. I'm like 8 or 9 years old or whatever. And I'm sitting there, like, I don't understand this. Like, you can't jerk off as like a 9-year-old. Like, it doesn't, I mean, I guess you could try. You don't know what to do. Like, it doesn't work. It doesn't do that. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, I don't know what this is, but I like tits. Optimus Prime can fucking wait. Right? Like, I've seen this movie 100 times. I have the VHS of Transformers in my room. I can watch this movie anytime I want, but something about this is interesting. So I watched Real Sex #1. Anyway, so my dad says, okay. You can't do that. You can't say that stuff in school. You're grounded from rated R movies for a week. I'm devastated because I'm watching Predator, watching Terminator. I'm watching 2 days later. 2 days later. My parents had somewhere to go. Driving with my dad. He's got a Jeep Cherokee. Driving around. And he says, okay, well, your mom and I have a thing to go to. They went to this place called Magic Island. I always, like, for my entire life, I was like, so Magic Island was this place in Houston, Texas. I've researched this. It turns out my thoughts on Magic Island were way different to the real Magic Island. I figured, I'm like, okay, mom and dad went to this place. This has got to be some titty thing, right? This has got to be some adult playground. It's got to be some weird fucking shit. Like, my parents are into crazy stuff. No, it's literally a magic show. It's actually a magic show, like close-up magic, but it's the 80s, so there's like a gay password. Kids aren't allowed, and they sit down and they do like card tricks and stuff. My entire life, I'm like, my parents were hiding a secret. They're hiding a secret. They're so fucking weird. I don't know what they're doing. No, they weren't though. They're actually going to watch some gay asshole like Chris Angel, but an amateur version, sit down and do like magic tricks at their table while they eat dinner. That's what this place was. My sister and I, we swore, we're like, that's gotta be fucking weird. I asked my parents, and they're like, no, it's just like a magic show. You just had to have a recommendation from someone to get in. And I looked it up and I'm like, wait, this is real? It was real. Like the 80s were this fucking stupid that you had to have a like the business model was this bad that you had to get a recommendation to go see some asshole do card tricks at your table. Like now you go to like a Sizzler and they hire a guy on Fridays to come do card tricks at your table and all you want is him to leave. That's all you want on earth. Like you're like, I'm trying to eat my shitty New York strip steak. Will you just go to the next table? I know I picked an ace of spades. I got it. Fuck off. Like just leave. Do a balloon animal over there. Now that's all you're trying to do in your life because the magicians are so gay. But in the 80s, it's like a thing. It's like a commodity. Like, oh, we've got magicians. Do the cup trick at your table. You have to know the password. Anyway, so my dad's like, your mom and I have we've got something to do. So we're gonna hire your babysitter. My babysitter, by the way, she was awesome. Fantastic. She was I don't know how much older than me she is. I still know her. She's great. She was a Minnesota Vikings cheerleader for a while. She was super hot. I didn't recognize that she was hot as a kid. I recognized later as like a teenager that my babysitter was hot. But it didn't matter by then. But no, she's great. Love her very much. Her family's fantastic. We for a long time, my parents and her parents, we would have Thanksgivings. We would exchange Thanksgivings. We do it at their house, then our house, then their house, then our house. And so I got to see them forever. And then she worked at the Microsoft store, and I would go and visit her at the Microsoft store in the Mall of America for a while. She's great. But anyway, she was going to come babysit me. And my dad goes, okay. It's 2 days after I got grounded for a week for rated R movies. He goes, all right, so Mom and I have something to do. So we're going to hire Idalia. She's going to come over and watch your kids. Or watch you. Watch you, not your kids. I didn't have kids. She's going to come over and watch you for a couple hours and you'll do that. Okay. Cool. And he goes, so we can go rent a movie for you or whatever. What do you want to rent? You want to rent like I Come in Peace? What, Dad? I'm like, yeah, you want to rent I Come in Peace? I Come in Peace is a fantastic fucking movie with Dolph Lundgren. It's got a completely different English title now, like American title now. It's like Dark Angel or something. But it was called I Come in Peace. The final line of the movie is Dolph Lundgren going, and you go in pieces, asshole. And he shoots the alien and blows him up. I said, Dad, that's rated R. He goes, yeah? I said, you grounded me from watching rated R movies. He said, Nick, let me teach you something right now. Don't remind me of the negative thing when I have suggested a positive thing. I learned that day. I learned that day Don't say a goddamn. That's when I learned not to talk to cops. Effectively, that's what I did. Don't talk to cops. Baldo Gagger says, Nick, Magic was a cover story. You know this, accept it. Look, I would love to find the real degenerate hours of my parents, and I have looked for them. The closest I got, I'll tell you. One day they were gone. I dug around under their bed. I absolutely did it. And you know what I found? Under their bed? This is in probably 1995, maybe 96. No, not a wooden cross. It's under my bed. I found a copy of Debbie Does Dallas on VHS. Actually, Debbie Does Dallas. Do you know how careful I had to be? If you guys don't remember this, so tapes are a different animal than DVDs. DVDs, put them in, you press play, they start playing. Press stop, they stop playing, you take them out. You put them in, they start over at the beginning. They go to the menu. It's a DVD, you go to the menu. You had to note the exact fucking timestamp on that thing. Your VCR had a different time than what the actual movie's time was, because it cared about like what movies, like any movie you had watched messed with your VCR timer. So you had to like very precisely measure where this shit was. And you think when you find a copy of Debbie, oh, she's fucking hot. Debbie Does Dallas, you think you find that rewound to the beginning? No, you do not. You do not. That shit is always in the middle. You will never find Debbie redone. Nope. Always in the middle. So I put that shit in. I was like, what is this? They were gone for a while. Like, what is this? Take note of the time. Watched a lot of Debbie Does Dallas. Whew. God damn. And then you rewound it to the exact moment. Put that shit back in the case. It's got the little plastic clips. And you put that thing precisely where you found it. No variation. Not a moment. That thing has like a ghost outline on the carpet where you found it. You better put that shit back. Debbie Does Dallas. Cheers, chat. Not my first porno, but the first one I found under my parents' bed, and it was fucking amazing. Holy shit, we're 3.5 hours in. I didn't expect to go this long. What time is it? It's 4 a.m. You guys have got me drunk. You guys have got me horny. I'm thinking about Debbie Does Dallas. Holy shit. And fuck me. I keep waiting for my dad to like DM me. A copyright claim? Who the fuck copyright claimed? The Associated Press copyright claimed one of my Johnny Depp videos. Well, Looks like I have a topic for tomorrow night. The Associated Press associated with what? Faggotry? You fucking cucks. I will bend you over, rape your ass, and call you a fag for liking it. Fuck you, Associated Press. Fuck all these people. God damn it. I'm so mad. And by the way, they would like it. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That's it. Why would they do this? That video has been up for 5 months. 5 months. AP wants to, after a manual review? Really? The Associated Press wants to copyright claim on me on that one. Ryan the editor says, later, boss, I'll make sure to do the dishes and suck your toes later in order to become the best employee. Well, sucking the toes is a start, but you're going to have to give up that butt. Look, my nanny is great. Like, the amount of sex that you have to overcome her non-sex is huge. So tomorrow, I guess that'll be a topic on the show. Tomorrow night. Obviously, tomorrow during the day, we're doing Daryl Brooks. What a fucking idiot. 8:30 a.m., 4.5 hours from now. It's 4 a.m. right now, right? 4:02. Fuck me. Please. Please. How old is your son? Are you going to have your nanny turn him into a man when he turns 16? My oldest son is 14. No. I would never do that to him. I know there's one of my guests, I can't remember who. Dad bought them a prostitute at 18, super based and hilarious, funny, but I would never do that to my kid. No, thank you. Would I stop him? With the nanny? Yes. Yes, because I don't want him to be sued into oblivion. Would I stop my kid from having sex with someone else? I don't know what that means. Because, like, that's a weird situation and weird circumstance. Here's the thing. My kids, like, look. My kids have been raised in a very, very Christian home and have way better morals and values than me. You should always raise your children to be better people than you. And here's why. Here's the truth of why. Kids will be who you make them until they aren't. So, make them the best that you can. Because they will probably degrade a little bit. That's okay. That's okay. Your job is not to worry about what they do when they're older. You don't want to think about that? Look, buddy, it's time to think about that. Raise your children to be better than they will be because they won't be as good as you wish they were. But they will also be better than you ever dreamed. That's the trick. Those two things are true. You wish they were better because you wish you were better. Everybody wishes they were fucking perfect, but you're not. Look, you like vaginas. Who doesn't? Who doesn't? My God. Do I like vaginas. Touch them, lick them, whatever. Oh my God. They're perfect. Like, God is great. You know God exists because he made those things. They don't make sense, right? Like every month they expel a bunch of blood. Kind of weird, like goo in them. Like they're fucking strange. And yet, you can't stay away. God, they're fucking cool. Everything you want. Like, it's like, wow. I could go and I could go shoot some guns. Or I've got this vagina right here. You could do some fun stuff with. Perfect. Well, I could go drive some fast cars. Or I got this vagina right here. Guys will pick the vagina more often than they'll pick everything else. Listen. They're fantastic. But see, this is the thing. You need to raise your kids to a standard beyond vagina. You have to raise your kids to a standard because you know they're going to go down to the vagina and go, yeah, I know what dad said, but look at this thing. That's where you need to be. You have to do that. Would I stop my kid? Underage, of course, obviously. Obviously. But look, when my kid hits 18 or whatever, what am I going to do? You're going to stop your kid when they're 18? How? How? What are you going to do? What are you going to do to them? No! Don't pound that ass because I'm not going to give you an allowance. Fuck off. Stop it. Kids make mistakes. You make mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. I will raise my children to be better than me forever. They will be better than me. And my God, I mean this with all of my heart. This is the hardest thing to say in the world. I hope they have the perfect amount of fun to then also be well-adjusted adults. And I hope they have more fun than I did. And I had a lot of fun. That's all I'm saying. I don't know what else to say with that. Like, people will do whatever. Aussie Overlord says, I'm going to get some sleep before trial. Email me or not. Either way, looking forward to your Brooks coverage. I think Ryan has sent me your info. Of course, dude, I'm going to send you an invite as soon as I wake up. And I'm not going to make the link tonight because I'm going to be a fucking idiot. I'm going to go to bed. Still getting a Corvette. I'm not getting anything right now. If I get a car, it's a Corvette C8 2023 with the Z07 package, I think it's called. Z06 last year, I think it's Z07 this year. And Mandy, by the way, you should look into how fucking ridiculous that car is. Like, I know you're saying Audi R8s or whatever. The Z07, this thing is ass raping Lambos. It's ass raping Ferraris. It's gapping them in performance. It's fucking insane how amazing the 2023 Z07 is. The main problem I have is how many speeding tickets do I want? GM quality has been shipped for some time. Look, no, the Z07 is a different animal. It's a different animal than everything else. It's not just a C8. They did something special with this car because it's a 70th anniversary Corvette. It's fucking crazy. It's so like it's an insane vehicle. Hybrid? No, it's not. It's not a hybrid. It's a naturally aspirated V8, 670 horsepower. John, a plain man, you motherfucker, says, my Maserati does 185. I lost my license, now I don't drive. I love that fucking song. You cunt. You fucking cunt. Anyway. Corvettes, the C8, especially the Z07, is a completely different animal. It's different than last year's Z06. It's different than C8s in general. It is a new thing. It's fast. Every review I've seen of the 2023 C8 Z07 package is insane. It is like, this thing is beating cars that cost $100,000 to $200,000 more than it. Consistently and embarrassingly. It's a fucking beautiful car. It's a beautiful car. That being said, look, there's nothing you can do correct on the internet. You'll learn this if you're on the internet long enough. I'm almost to 5 years, by the way. I'm almost to 5 years on YouTube. There's no opinion you can give on the internet that is correct. Somebody else, you can be like, let's see, how do I, what is the least controversial opinion I can think of? Here we go. In her prime, in her absolute prime, Scarlett Johansson was a fucking banger. And every guy on earth would plow that shit into the ground. See what happens. I got a meh. She's hot, not wrong. Yes, sir. AMG, Nick. AMG has nothing to do with her. True still is? I don't know about that. I'd eat that ass. Ladies too. No comment, but also yes. True fact. Can talk to. All women want to be her. That pussy shot, though. There was a meh at first. I think that in her prime was wrong. I'm not a lesbo, so no opinion. Yes, you are. She's one that actually got hotter in her mid-20s. Wasn't that a prime? Her before nose job pics? No. I'd hit it. Now, look at her before nose job pics. No. There it is. Seriously. God damn it. This is the internet. This is the internet. There is no decision you can make. You cannot state any opinion. Somebody will say, no, you're fucking gay. Everybody, like, you'd be like, you know what? Raquel Welch. If Raquel Welch today looked like Raquel Welch when she was acting, I would hollow her ass out and break her back harder than Adriana Chechik. I wouldn't even pay attention. I don't know if her mouth exists. I don't know if her vagina exists. I would plow that ass into a fucking field and I would plant crops. You can say that about Raquel Welch. Like 1976 Raquel Welch. You can say it. And some guy would be like, that bitch is ugly. What? 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 She'd have fucking corn growing out of her ass by the time I was done with her. Raquel Welch, oh my God. And guys would be like, nah, No, she's basic. Tons of girls like that in my town. You fucking liar. You're a fucking liar. Fuck you. Fuck you, internet. I hate you. I hope you die. I hope you catch fire. Look, JC the Music Man, I know you were wrong. Dude, I know you were wrong, but it's okay. It's all right. Sophia Loren. Holy shit. I mean, look, there are women in every generation who are absolute fucking stunners. There's nothing you can do about it. There's nothing you can do about it. But my point is not that they're stunners or they're not. My point is on the internet, no matter what you say, you can make the most correct thing ever. And someone would be like, you're fucking gay. You're stupid. You shouldn't buy that. What you should buy is a Jetta. Oh my God. Gooch, you posted it. Look, Raquel Welch was fucking insanely hot. She was so goddamn hot. Anyway. All right. Okay. I am drunk enough, and this show is going to be over soon. Let me hit these. Let me get these tips. I know that you guys post these tips or whatever. These are not 4 tips. The entire point of the local streams is to force people to join locals. That's it. That's it. This is all a grift. The entire purpose is to grift people into a locals community because I am trying to get to 5,000. And guys, I have a plan for 5,000. I don't know if I'm going to be able to pull it off. If I can't pull it off, I'm going to have something else. But we are currently at 4,292. That means we have just over 700 locals subscribers to go. Just over. And I can't express enough. I can't express enough the difference in the grift. I've shifted completely. I've shifted my grift entirely. Okay? I don't give a fuck about super chats, rumble rants, whatever they are. Whatever they are. I want to blow locals out of the water. I want people to join. Wait, what the fuck is this? Did you say I love Jennifer Love Hewitt so much? Dude, Jennifer Love Hewitt and Can't Hardly Wait. Her hair was like 8 feet tall. The amount of dick that would run through her make her hair 9 feet tall. Anyway, I'm trying. This is not the best ad for it, but we're going to do it anyway. I am trying to get locals to blow up. I don't care about super chats. I really don't. You guys want to know a fun secret? I don't know if this is a secret. It's weird. I am making more per day off of locals memberships than I am making off of YouTube super chats, or I was making off of YouTube super chats. So eventually taper off. Will eventually taper off. But the thing about locals is The grift is basically permanent, right? Like, come in here, enjoy. You guys sell locals, by the way. I don't. You guys are fucking cool. You say funny stuff. You get people involved in the chat. That's what you do. That's what I'm trying to build. I'm trying to build a community of people on locals because that's all the value in the world. I'm trying to do that. You guys help with that. The best thing is it's once. It's once. $5 once versus a $20 super chat, a $50 super chat, or whatever. If you're going to send a $50 super chat, fucking do an annual subscription on locals, please. I don't care what the number on Rumble is. I don't care what the YouTube number is. I don't care about any of that. If you're going to do a $20 super chat, 4 months of locals. Try it out. Do 1 month of locals. I don't even want 4 months. Instead of giving me a $20 super chat, Rumble rant, whatever, give me 1 month on locals. 1 month to make this shit valuable for you. That's what I want to do. Because for me, that, I know this is gay business stuff, but that repeat income, that monthly guarantee is worth infinitely more to me than a speculative super chat or Rumble rant. And I'm trying to make it worth more than that. Like $5 a month for my locals, I'm trying to make it worth $500 a month. I want people to come here every day. I want this to be their primary entertainment. I want it to be worth more than YouTube, Netflix, Hulu, Paramount, Disney. I want that $5 that people deem me worthy of getting to pay for their every entertainment. That's why I do these long local streams. That's why I do long Rumble streams. It's why I give you guys as much content as possible. It's to try and make it worth more than $5 has ever been worth in your entire life. And if I'm failing, call me a faggot and tell me about it. Okay, real quick. I'm going to read these super chats. I have 7 minutes and 12 seconds. Marvelous. Pound it, pussy. TR Greater Rex. What do you think of the Amaranth thing? I talked about that. Samuel L. Nick, can you please read my locals DM I sent when you get a chance? I'll try. The thing I'm trying to work with them on, locals DMs don't actually go to my phone. They only go to a browser. Kind of a pain in the ass. I wanted to go to a phone. Marvelous says, what the fuck, cuck? Aquatic says, here's to another 64-hour work week. Encouragement for entertainment to get me through it. Joel Reese, Rekieta Law, oops, I may have nothing to do with that Miami business. I've only been to Miami once. I don't know what you're talking about. Robin Sky, nothing to do with the conversation you're currently having, but your wife is so sweet. Loved her first YouTube video. Dude, she's so fucking great. I don't even know what to do with her. I don't know. She has every good thing about me. And then some. So we'll see what her YouTube does. I don't know how it's going to do. I assume she's going to kick my ass. Zeno says, listen to Kalea, eat a gummy. I can't eat a gummy and get up in the morning. See Goody says, you are a fag, though. Yes, I said that. Joke's on you, Nick. I got the annual subscription because I don't think you deserve the extra $10 of my money. Good. Give me the annual. Annual rhymes with anal. Baldo Gagger says, Nick, Magic was a cover story. You know this, accept it. Baldo Gagger says, so what is this non-sex club your parents went to called? It's called Magic Island in Houston, Texas. You can look it up. It's fucking crazy. It's still there. See Goody says, you do be gay, though. And he also says, reminder to send unsolicited emails to rekietalaw@rekieta.org. His inbox needs a good fucking filler up. You guys want me to book shit and then you fill up my inbox? Fuck you. Drop my premium also for here. Firefox has ad blocker for YouTube now for me. And locals on Firefox has a way to flip the browser. Firefox has always had an upside down landscape mode. I don't know why. All right, guys. I got to be up in 4 hours. 4 hours to do Daryl Brooks. I'm going to do that. Night Sexy. Ooh, thank you. Who was that? Digo sign. Let me tell you all, you look fantastic tonight. Very handsome for the men. Ladies, shorts could be a little shorter, but they make your ass look good. This is fantastic. And tighten up the shirts a little bit because I'd love to see your curves. I'd love to see your curves. No, as a non-joke, learn to compliment people without trying to fuck them, but boost them up. Boost them up because they may, as we've discussed, especially with men, they may have literally never in their lives heard that they're attractive or sexy. Like they've heard, oh, you did a cool thing, you're worth something, you made a thing, you built a thing, you did a job, you did a task. But guys out there are begging you, women especially, to tell them that they just look good. And women, you know you look good. Let me tell you this. I mean it. I actually enjoy talking to you. I like talking to you ladies in the chat. I love it. You're fantastic. You guys teach me stuff all the time. And your insights are so different than mine. My lived experience is different. I don't have a vagina. Thank Christ I don't. But you guys do. And I love hearing all about it. CBC Drinker says, here's that extra $10. No, I love hearing about your life experience and your lived experience. It's wildly different. I think we're not as far apart as people want to make it out today. But listen, you know you're all hot and you look good. Every guy tells you that all the time. Let me tell you this to the ladies out there. I really fucking like talking to all of you. And I find you guys wildly educational and entertaining and informative. And I love when you challenge my opinions, but I love even more when you agree with me because that's the best. All right, guys. Have a good night. I hope you guys have fun. We'll talk to you soon. See you in a couple hours for Daryl Brooks. Peace. Peace.